All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. First of all, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. Want to give double honor to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom out there to the hopeful and experienced truth and all sincerity, man. You know, we're out here again, you know, and, you know, we're just going to get into, you know, this whole idea where, you know, you got the Palestinians are protesting, right? Because I'm having these conversations at work, you see, right? And they always want you to care about what's going on with them, innit? They even want you to care what's going on with them. That you should rally behind the cause because you know their kids or whatever getting, you know, eviscerated in Gaza or whatever, man. And I told them straight that that's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with me at all, man. You know, like, yeah, you know, it's a tragedy. Yeah, children are dying, all this kind of stuff here. But why should it be on us? You know, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Why should it be on us to care about what's happening to your people? Because they only care about their people. Let's be real. They only care about their people. Because I was speaking to one dude. I said, oh, because I know you're doing all this charity work and you're sending aid over there and all this kind of stuff, and you know. But is it just like you know your Muslim brothers? I told him, because when it comes to anybody else, it's like there's no protest for nobody else. They ain't going to march for Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. They ain't doing that. But they want us to join in their cause. Why should we give it that? You know, and so I've been having a lot of these conversations recently, man. Because obviously, you know, the Muslim guys, you know, because you're not Esau, they like to open up a little bit and talk about this and that and whatever. I'm like, yeah, cool, that conversation with you, but don't really expect me to care. Like, oh, listen, I hear you, right? I'll tell you, yeah, you know, what's going on is crazy, but these small hats, they ain't meant to be in the land because they're not the Lord's people. So they ain't meant to be in the land. So on one side, you got one argument, or we got an argument, but on the other side, you're just heathens as well. You're our enemies also, right? And our enemies don't care about us. They never have cared about us, right? So why is it now you want our support? You want our aid? You want our money or whatever? You're not getting a dime from me, right? You're not getting a penny from me, right? You can go and fight your fight, because ain't no one fighting Jake's fight. Ain't no one fighting our fight, man. So you're not gonna go see me go up there. You ain't gonna see none of us anyway. But you know, you ain't gonna see any of us go out there protesting and say, "Yeah, Esau the devil," because he is. But that's your fight. That's your fight, man. We got our own fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Our enemies have never helped us, man. Our enemies have never helped us. Whenever the whole slave trade was going on, where were you at, man? Where's the Muslim Brotherhood then? You know, where were you all at? You know, who stepped in to stop Esau doing what he was doing? The atrocity he did to our people for fucking hundreds of years. Yeah. Who stepped in? Nobody.
But they help, I mean, before their affliction, man.
That's my exact point I was gonna make. Because no matter where we are in the world, we were in their countries, right? We don't get treated the same. And they like the fact that we're underneath them. We're at the bottom of society. The scripture speaks about how they're confederate against us. They're down with how Esau has kind of made everything with us at the bottom. And you other nations are in agreement.
This is the book of Psalms 83, and it started from 1. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O power, or not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head."
Those that hate us. Yeah, they hate us, man. Because they might talk a good game to you, like Esau talks a good game. Oh, how he loves everybody, but simultaneously he's dropping bombs on people. Simultaneously, he's having people persecuted. And then, you know, one day he'll say, "Oh, we're sorry about that." Not do nothing about it, but just say we're sorry about that, and you know, can we move on? It's not good enough. It ain't good enough, man. That is not an apology. That is not acceptable. Right, and the same goes to your other nations, man. Because your other nations had us in slavery. Your other nations have had us in reproach. You've looked down upon us, man. Despised us, hated us, right? And you've done nothing to say sorry, man. You ain't done shit. So why should we forget everything you did and now help you out when you're suffering? Don't make no sense to me. You know.
That's what I say, man. To this day. Huh?
To this day, You know,
They're still, I mean, oppressing our people, man.
Radio Rahim was getting shook, right? But yeah, to this day, man. And so why should we be involved with you guys, man? And like, because it's like every new thing or every new event that takes place or an incident that takes place with different nations, man. It's like we're meant to forget everything that happened to us because no one's dealt with that situation yet. We're getting told to forget about it. But as soon as a new one happens, we got to be for that though. Ukraine or Palestine or I don't know, whatever else is going on. You're quick to forget everything that you've got me fucking justice warriors or whatever, but you ain't got justice for us. Forget about the Negroes, man. Forget about the natives. You know, forget about all of them. They don't matter anymore. That was too long ago. We don't need. That's too fast to remember, man. Just forget about it. You know, we deal with us now.
Even a few, I mean, I believe if you a few years ago, is it? Towards, I mean, it's like a breaking news, like things were in the news, like they show, like I mean, this so-called Negro, you know, so-called black people, we are still being sold in those areas, man, of Middle East, man. You know, by these Arab people, you know, but nobody was there to intervene, you know.
Yeah. I say so you can't turn around and expect it from Jake. I mean, Jake, you got Jake there, obviously. Jake, you know, Jake is dumb, isn't it? You know, they're in love with their enemies, man. You know, they trim their way to seek love, so they becoming part of these movements and that's trying to show support for them and because they're so fucked up in the brain because of what's happened to them, they feel like they should go out there and fight these things. But these people are not fighting for you. You know, no one's fighting for you. All right, you got more on that?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right, and that's what their main objective is, man. Not so much these peons of these nations because they don't really know left from right anyway. But these elites of these nations, they know who we were or know who we are. Right. And so their whole idea was to keep us from knowing who we are. Right. And that's why when Esau destroyed us in cargo slavery, because he changed everything about us, right? He changed our names, he changed our culture, he changed everything, man. We forgot everything. He was beaten out of us, man. Right? I made the reference with the Roots series, right? You know, man's name was Kunta Kinte, but it weren't no more. His name's Toby now, and he had to accept that name, or he was gonna get beaten the shit out of, man, continuously forever until he died. You know, and so we had to change things, and we forgot who we were. That was on purpose. That was on purpose, man. And the rest of the world watched. They watched why that happened, man, and no one stepped in. Everyone was in agreement with what was going on. They want to see us beaten down and trodden down and not knowing who the fuck we are, man. They don't want you to know that you're Hebrew Israelites because they don't want you to know that you're God's people. That is the whole idea, and it continues to this day. To this day, it continues. They don't want you to know. That's why they don't like us. They'll deem it hate speech or extremism or whatever, because what we require, what we need is salvation from our enemies, which means our enemies need to be destroyed. Right? But you can only understand that once you realize who you are and where you stand in the scriptures. Then you can understand these things, man. But for the world to say no, you can't do that, because they won't accept or acknowledge us as Hebrew Israelites, man. Apparently we're just crazy people to even say that about ourselves, right? But you got a whole bunch of small nuts over there that are claiming to be, JOOs. No real evidence for them to be the people, other than some short history that they were keeping customs and practices, supposedly. But from the Talmud, not really from the scriptures. This oral handed down law that they got or whatever, these traditions that they got, comes from the Talmud. They don't come from the scriptures. Right? But they got no real evidence or no DNA or all these things they talk about that we need, right? We need all these things to prove that we're Israelites, whatever, right? They got none of that shit. They got no records. Going back to the patriarch, they got shit.
Yeah, all their DNA go back to what? This Khazarian, European people, man.
Yeah,
the German, the Poland, That's why their lines go back, man.
Yeah, and it's I think it's illegal, right, in Israel for them man to take DNA tests, right, to prove anything because they know it wouldn't end well for them, right? So all these things is okay for them. The world accepts them because Esau has made it so, right? I know you got the certain people that know who they are that don't agree with them being in the land, but generally the consensus is that these men are who they say they are. But us, no, we're crazy, we're mad. We couldn't possibly be God's chosen people because look at us. Look at us, man. We're through. But that's part of prophecy why we're through. Because our enemies have been able to rise above us, man, and take us into captivity. Because the Most High has given us into their hands. Right? That is why we're so fucked up. That's why if you ask Jake where they come from, who they are, they don't give you a different answer, man. They will give you a different answer. I'm black, or I'm African American, or I'm Kemetic, or I'm Nubian, or I don't know, I'm mixed race, I'm colored. I don't know, African. Anything but the truth, really. And as long as you're in ignorance, Esau's happy. Esau's happy, right? You could teach that to your people. That's folly.
Yeah, that's why they spend a lot of money. Million of money to keep you dumbed down, man. They use these religious leaders, the pastors and churches, to keep you, Jake. Away. Far from your heritage, man. Because what the church is teaching you, they teach you a Gentile. You are what? You are Canaanitism. That's what they've been teaching. Yeah,
especially the Mormons.
Yeah, especially the Mormons.
Yeah, I see there's Mormons out there around this area, man, talking their bullshit. But my thing is with them is like, how can anyone even join with them? Like they don't even hold a Bible in their hand. They got a Book of Mormon in their hand. Like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. That's like some made up book you got in your hand. Even though you're taking passages out of the scriptures, it's like the Quran. They're taking passages that kind of link up with what the scriptures say, but a lot of it is just craziness. It's fucking craziness, man. That's what white supremacy. That's what that Book of Mormon is white supremacy, and the Quran is Arab supremacy. And all these are racist books. Let's be real. Even that book is a racist book. The Bible is a racist book.
But it's packed with sword. It was prophets, as we said before.
Real
prophets. But the Quran is full of stories, man. And this mythical creatures.
Greek myth.
That's why what this Quran is packed with. It doesn't tell you. What the judgment is going to be. What type of judgment that Messiah is going to bring in these last days.
There's no prophecy. It can't tell you what's going to happen.
There's no, the prophets of Mark of the Beast. None of those, man.
It can't tell you what's going on today. That's for damn sure, man. So all these things are nothing but fairy tales to us. But like I said, Jay's been driven to believe all these different things and to be confused essentially. But that's what the land of America is. It's Babylon. It's the land of confusion. And that's why people don't know who we are, right? And I say as long as it's that way, Esau's happy. The rest of these nations are happy because that means that they're not at the bottom. Them themselves are not. They're under Esau, but they're not at the bottom. We are, because they're not confused with who they are. They know their history and all that kind of stuff. Like they might not know certain things that, as the scriptures speak about, as they are, but they know a lot more about themselves than we do about ourselves. Yeah, like we completely don't know who the fuck we are. Yeah, we're British, we're American, we're all these different things, isn't it? Right? But we're not Israelites according to nobody out here, except for us. We can see.
Like Iranians, they know they're pagan.
Yeah.
It's only us, man, who don't know ourselves, man.
And they might not teach that the Elamites or whatever. They might not teach those things, but they know about their empires and going back. They know about themselves. Jay don't know nothing before Africa, because there wasn't taught nothing about before Africa. Because Esau's always told us that you come from Africa, you're African.
Swinging on the trees.
But where was we? Yeah, but where was we before then? Because we didn't always live in Africa.
Even within Africa, there's a story, isn't it? Like people say we came from north. From north, and migrated down over to the central of Africa and stuff like that. There are some stories like that.
Because we fled persecution.
Yeah.
We fled from our home country, which was the land of Israel, under Roman persecution, and that's how we ended up in these different parts of Africa. There's Jake in parts of Africa before then, because there's been lots of movement going around from early times, man. But you know, that whole fact we lost our land was when we was fleeing from Rome, from the Romans.
especially Judah, you know, because Judah was only tribe like Judah and Benjamin and Levi.
Yeah.
Those are the two tribes, let me say, who were left behind in the land, you know. So after the persecution, the time of 7 AD, most of them free in Africa and some in Asia and in Europe, you know. And in the process of time, we start to occupy in Europe to come in power, you know. Until when we were put down, man. But this is the same that Edomite, man.
Let's go aside 1 second. Let's go there. Nourished. Right, this is right, so Revelation chapter 12 and verse 13. Right, it says, and when the dragon saw that he was cast out unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. Okay, the woman representing the nation of Israel, or the southern kingdom, the kingdom of Judah at the time, right? Because obviously those, you know, Benjamin, Judah, and Levi were there in the land of Israel, or Judah at the time, right? Judea, and Yahushua came out of the tribe of Judah. But you could say that's evident, right? He came out of Judah, right? So that's what was going on there, and you know, we had Herod and we had Rome, we had all those persecutions that were what was happening. Herod came after the Lord, killed all the babies that were there in Judea. Okay, but later after that, Rome kind of forced us out. Okay, with the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD or around about that time, you know, and we had to flee. And Yahushua prophesied about that you'd have to flee, right? And so we fled, and the bulk of us fled into, you know, the interiors of Africa, man, the west coast and so on, right? As it goes on to say, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness. Okay, this wilderness is the African continent, man, into the interiors of Africa. That's where we fled to, and we spent a long time there, about 1,000 years, I think it was. We spent there before Esau would come along. Later on, after his fall, after he fell and came back, right? He's so hell bent on it, you know, destroying the Israelites. He come back in reincarnation to look for us, you know, to look for us, man.
Make sure everywhere we are, you can find us, man. You know.
Well, he never keep it at home, right? He ain't content, man. He wants us to feel the pain. You know, he hates us with perpetual hatred. Scripture told you that. So he can't just leave us alone. It wasn't bothering him, you know. But he come down there anyway, and start to round us up with the help of the Hamites, right? That lived around us, man, and practicing like fucking sardines, man. You know. So the wilderness represents, you know, the land of Africa, well, what is now called Africa, which is the land of Ham before, right? On the west coast or so, right? So yes, so she might fly into the wilderness, into her place. Okay, the place where we ended up, where was that? In the land of America, man. That is where our final destination was, essentially, right? In terms of our, you know, the prophecy concerning our people. Yes, there's Israelites scattered all over the earth, because that's also part of prophecy. But the bulk of our people are in the land of America, man, where the great judgment, the great prophecy is going to fulfill itself. Right? That is the place where we ended up as a people, right? Under the hand of our enemy Esau. Okay. Where was that? So yeah, where she is nourished for a time and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent, from Esau. Right? Because we depend on Esau. Because it's his system. Everything we get from his system. You know? And it's unavoidable. There's nothing we can do about that. You have to wait upon the Savior. You have to wait upon Yahushua to give us our sovereignty back, so we can be independent. We're never going to be independent under Esau. In this entire world, we're not going to be independent, because Esau has it in his hand right now. The earth has been given to the hand of the wicked. Right? No, Job 9:24. So it's unavoidable, man. I know you got Jake out there thinking that they can somehow get around this and get around and set up this community and set up this place and do this business, but you can't escape Esau, man. Okay, you can't escape Caesar and the tribute you need to pay him. Right? Esau will find a way. Like I say, if you can find our asses in Africa, from Europe and Spain and all these different places and just come down and tie, bag us up, Esau will find you, man. Esau will find you anyway. It's the curses.
Yes.
Because it said the curses will stick to us no matter where we go. Esau will come because he is part of that curse and fuck our shit up, man. As he's always done. Black Wall Street is an example of that. It doesn't matter what you tried to do, how noble your ambition was or whatever. Esau will come and fuck your shit up, man. Because he is an enemy. He is the top enemy. The brother's reading in Psalms 83. It was 83 minutes.
Yeah.
He's the top. He's the first nation mentioned on that list of enemies, man. Right? Because he is our mortal enemy. He is the enemy from the womb that was set against us, man. He is the seed of the serpent. He that was going to have enmity from the woman's seed, which represents Israel. So he is the top enemy on the planet, not only to us but to the whole world. But Esau is that guy. Okay, but these heathens are close behind. They're not our friends. So yeah, that's the understanding on that. But I want to get this as well from what I put it? Jeremiah 17:4. Says, and thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Right? The Lord gave us laws, statutes, commandments. The Lord gave us a land. The Lord gave us all these things, right? And we don't have none of those things as a people. And it's small groups because the remnant is being awoken. Right? But largely our people don't have these things. They don't understand their place in the world or in the Most High plan. They don't understand these things. They don't understand why they're in the condition that they're in. They don't understand none of these things. It's because you transgress the laws, the laws, such commandments of the Heavenly Father, man. While we're in the hand of our enemies, while we're suffering, while we're at the bottom, why are we going for all these things? Because of our own iniquity, for our own wickedness, and this is punishment. This is hell for us. Because we've been taken from a higher state than the Most High really set us at to be above all nations and brought us beneath all nations. All of them. There's no nation that's not below us, man. And you could tell that by your neighborhoods, man. What stores do Jay own in your neighborhoods? What blocks? What blocks or what houses do they own? They don't own shit. They're being catered to by the Moabites. They're being catered to by the Elamites with their food and their shops and all these things. They're making money off you. You're making money off them. But Esau sits at the top of the pyramid because he's making money off everybody. He's making money off everybody because even the Edomites, the Moabites have to pay fucking their loans off and their rents and shit to Esau. So it's just a hierarchy, and right now we're at the bottom of that hierarchy, man. We're meant to be at the top. So we've fallen a long way, man. We're in a proverbial hell right now, and Esau's in his proverbial heaven. Because he's at the top. He's getting all the best. But again, that's something that he was promised, that he had the fatness of the earth. That was part of his blessing. But ultimately, where is he supposed to be? Under his brother, which is us. Right? But he's going to have the time where he's going to break the yoke of our neck, man. So right now, he's having his time. Right? But that it has to change. He can't stay on top. Because that was not what was promised to him. Right? So what we're witnessing in his kingdom now is everything falling apart. Even though Esau thinks in his mind it's like a controlled demolition, because he thinks, if I do this, I can get even more power, more control. I can be like the Most High. That's what's going through his mind. But that's not what's really happening. Everything that's happening is happening to the Most High's will, which his will is to destroy Esau. Let me grab something else.
That's why he's been working day and night. To fulfill his agenda. The NWO, to microchip. The whole entire humanity. That's what Esau has been working on, man, to fulfill, man. But Mosiah said, his agenda is not gonna work. It's not gonna live long. When he's about to fulfill his belly, Mosiah gonna work. Gonna send fire on him. Yep. To destroy his system, to destroy his kingdom, to destroy him as a people in power, man.
That's right. I want to grab this Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet say, wherein hast thou loved us? Because it's like, well, we're in captivity. How can you tell us you loved us, man? But you put us in slavery under these devils, man. But that's our own fault. Right? And you don't understand also, this is really for our betterment. Because what's going to come of Israel after all of this, man? Perfection. right?
perfection we've been looking for, man.
Yeah.
To be like, I mean, like Messiah on the earth, you know.
And we ain't gonna worry about all this, worry about our enemies or nothing like that, man. We ain't gonna worry about wanting anything because the Most High gonna provide everything for us, man. Right? So everything, this is all working up to a moment in time for us, man. We're all gonna be changed and made perfect, like Yahweh Shai is perfect. Okay, that's what it's all working up towards, man. So it's an evil, but it's a necessary evil. So the fact that we went off and went against Heavenly Father was all part of the plan, right? Because the Lord really loves us, because what He wants us to truly be is perfect. All right, and that's what we're going to become, right?
This is the book of Psalms 82, I'm 35. So, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk in darkness. All the foundation of the earth is out. I mean, out of course. And that's the condition of our people, man. No matter what we tell them, I mean, how important they are, they what? They battle. You know, they reject it, they scoff it. You know, because they don't know the plan of the Heavenly Father, man. You know, Mosiah his plan for you is what? To establish you as a people, as a nation,
The kings and priests,
king and prince on the earth, man. And it's gonna be that way forever. And these other nations that you see that they're powerful right now, to begin with Esau, Edom, they're all gonna be wicked. You know, and who's gonna do that? Yahweh Shai Masha, our savior. You know,
that's right.
I mean, you don't have a little bit to say, oh, I have said ye are powers, and all of you are children of the Most High.
It says ye are gods, ye are powers, right? Because that's what that is what we're to be. That's what we are. In the spirit, that's what we are. We're powers. We was the first spirits made. You know, Yahweh shall be that principal son. Yahweh shall bring everything into existence after that. But we are some of the first spirits ever made. We were made as gods. Lower G, little G gods, right? That's what we are. But in this flesh, we're not. We die as the princes, as it goes on to say, because we're in this body of flesh, and this flesh is corrupted. Because we bear the what they call it, the original sin from Adam and Eve, right? And all that transpired after that, we're in these corruptible bodies because we come in the same light flesh. All right. But what we're supposed to be is great beings of great power, great glory, great honor. Right. But right now that's not manifesting right now because of our condition right now. But that's all going to be changed because we're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Right? And when Yahweh Shai comes to claim his throne here upon earth, the Lord's going to set up the children of Israel to stand, to rule with him. And that is our purpose, our rightful place upon the earth, as designed by the Heavenly Father. But right now we're well short of that. We couldn't run shit right now. Imagine us empowered as we are, bro. It'd be a fucking mess, man. Esau be laughing at us, man. Esau, what are you laughing at us? But we couldn't run shit, man. Yeah. And so this change needs to take place first. So this is like the process of being refined and being made perfect. So we will be suitable rulers when the time comes, man. But we've got to pass the test first. There's a test. You go to a workplace here, you apply for a job, and you got to pass the assessments that they give you. So they can tell you're qualified for the job. Both sides doing that to us, proving us that we're qualified to do the job that needs to be done. That you have a rightful place here. We'll finish this quickly. You can get that. This is back in Malachi chapter 1, verse 2. So I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Well, the Most High has given us rulership and dominion forever. That's love, man. Right? Because Esau ain't getting that.
Because his people, man, that's love enough. I mean, that's enough is love, man. To
choose us.
Yeah, to choose us to be his people, to give us to make covenant with us, man. That's pure love, man.
Because on the flip side, man, we could be Esau.
Yeah.
And that's the opposite of love. Right? And this is what it's going to go on to say. That's why the Most High doesn't love Esau, man. We keep telling you people this, that Most High don't give a shit about these Edomites, that they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be like, the Most High don't care what's going to happen to them. He's going to be destroyed like it was nothing, man. You don't matter to him at all. And the rest of the heathens are almost like that. Most High, it doesn't matter to them, to the Most High, what happens to them. But they need to be around because they have to serve another purpose, which is to serve the children of Israel. Esau don't need to be around.
Yeah, when he done his job, that's it.
Yeah.
No, there's no need of him, man, because this whole earth is gonna be under the rule of war, Yahweh Shai. And that rule is going to be what? After righteousness.
Mm.
And all these nations, they're going to learn in righteousness. So what we need again, people to learn in wickedness, evil, you know?
And this is the thing, right? Esau is the wicked, right?
Yeah.
I know we're going to teach the nations. They're all going to learn our ways and learn righteousness, right? And they're going to do it to the best that they can, right? But there's still men in the flesh, and so they're still going to do things wrong, right? And so that's why we're here as judges to judge matters, right? But Esau, he is the wicked, and the wicked can't do righteousness. They can't. You know, it's like a fucking itch. They can't not do it, man. And so this nation is no good. This is just a bad fucking nation, man. Right? That there's no point to them. Because the Most High doesn't want all this wickedness in the kingdom. Right? Yeah, it might happen in few spaces here and there, but as a nation, Esau is just on wickedness, man. They can't be given any autonomy to do anything, man, because they'll just do wickedness. Right? So the best thing to do is after they serve judgment, get rid of them. That's what the Most High is going to do. All right? It says, was not Esau Jacob's brother, says the Lord. Yeah, I love Jacob. Right? So yeah, he dismissed Esau, man. So, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Right? That's how he feels about Esau. Right? He doesn't want them to be nothing. He doesn't want them to build. He doesn't want them to become great upon the earth. Because all that's going to come from this is, as much as he's exalted himself to be great in this world, most are going to make it look to everybody else like he was just an idiot. All that glory that he got from himself, man, is going to turn into shame. And that's what's been happening. His glory is being turned to shame.
And that's going to begin with America, man. Because America, as you know, the glory of this whole kingdom, you know, America is the head of their kingdom. It's a seat that is on the high, you know. So Mosiah is going to block that down. It's going to cut that head, and the rest of this, the board of the Edomite, which is this EU country, their system is all going to die down, you know. So their glory is going to be gone, man.
That's right. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, right? So like I said, the Most High give you this opportunity, or these few opportunities, really. Because it's not your first rodeo. You had the Roman Empire, you had the Greek, right, before that. And now you have Rome part 2. You've been allowed to come back into the frame of things, into rulership, into power. But the Most High said that no matter what you do, man, I'm gonna break your shit up, man. I'm gonna throw it down. Right? So everything that you've been doing is really in vain. And it has been in vain this whole time. Okay, because the Most High don't like you. He doesn't want you to rule. It's not your place to rule. Okay, so no matter what you do, the Most High was always going to destroy it. But not on top of that, though, you afflicted his children greatly, severely, in all your captivities. Every Greek, Roman 1, Roman 2, you inflicted great damage upon us, great affliction upon us, man. And you expect to be on the good side of the Most High? You think the Most High gonna support your kingdom? Gonna hold your kingdom up forever? You're fucking deluded, man. And that's why your shit's falling apart as we speak. Right? That's why you got missiles waiting for you. Russia's got missiles waiting for you, man. World War III is waiting for you, man. Okay, that great fire is waiting for you. Right? And ain't nobody, just like no one is set to help us, ain't none of these nations gonna be able to help you, man. Even if they wanted to. Right? Even if they wanted to, they couldn't do nothing to stop what's coming. Right? And the scripture told you that, man. I think it's in Jeremiah. I think. But if you want to finish this off, I'll let you get that in a minute. It says, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people, the nation, the people, the world, right? The people against whom the Lord, Yahweh, have indignation forever. Right? So most I definitely don't like you devils, man, and neither do we. You know, as if you don't give us no reason to like you. So I know you're our brother, but you know, you broke that brotherly covenant a long time ago. Yeah, go on.
Okay. I got this book of Job 20. Start from 19. Because he has oppressed and has forsaken, because he has oppressed and has forsaken the poor, because he has violently taken away an house which he built not, and that house is the house of Israel. You know, Edom to begin with, they come and violate, you know, our land, our people. You know, to begin with, the 7 AD. You know, when the loam ransacking, Jerusalem, you know, they kill our people, they destroy our what? They burn our what? Our temple, you know, and everything that was flourishing in Jerusalem was what? Destroyed by those Romans, man, which are this Edomite, you know, and now we are living the second leg of what? The Rome Empire again, you know, and they've been doing the same thing. They what? They violate our people again. You know, they took us and put us in captivity, put us in slavery. You know, they went in America. They slaughtered the so-called Native Americans. They steal their lands. You know, so Esau been what damaging or destroying and stealing, man. You know, things that doesn't belong to him. You know, to begin with us, man. You know,
That's right. I just want to say Shalom, man, to Salvation Elect on the comment boards, man. Spamming the comment boards with scriptures, man. It's beautiful, man. You know, I'll get to read some of them in a bit as you put a lot up there. You know.
As goes on, he said, "Well, surely he shall not feel quietness in his burial. He shall not save that which he desired." And the number one desire that Esau have is what? To rule this world forever, man. You know, he want to be
God of this world.
yeah, God of this world, to be like what? Like Mosiah, man. No, that's why he's working day and night to try to what? To come with what? His NWO, man. To microchip, the whole entire humanity, you know. But that's not gonna work, you know, because as he is in the process of enjoying his enterprise, the Lord is gonna intervene. The Lord is gonna invade this earth, you know, with a army of angels to hand this system, man.
And you know, since Elon Musk, come out with a successful operation of the dude, they got the the brain C-hip, and now you can move a mouse with his brain and all that kind of stuff, right? How other companies have come out with similar things, showing you, man, it's something that's always been building up, man. They've been waiting for like an opportunity, right? And Elon's been used as that guy. He's a friendly face. People seem to like him, so they've used him to kind of bring it out. And other companies are going to follow straight behind that, even though Elon wasn't even the first, but other people are going to get access to open doors and bring this to this, this market and this market, and eventually it's going to become, like we keep telling you, more popular, more known, right? And to the point where everyone's like excited by the idea of having this, But Esau is always using things to suit his own needs, right? And so we know it's not to embetter mankind. That's not really the main purpose of that, right? He wants it to use it for control, right?
Control your emotion, control your. You want to control your emotion and your whereabouts. That's what you want.
And that's what we see in these movies, right? It's not a surprise. People say, "Oh, we're crazy because it's in a movie," but come on, half the stuff we watched in movies, man, and they're not here now.
Yeah.
They're here, the only thing that's not here, which I'm kind of pissed off about, is Back to the Future. The hoverboard.
Oh.
Actually, I think they do have that in some sort of way. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we do something. But yeah, I always wanted to. When I was a kid, I was watching Back to the Future. I thought, yeah, that hoverboard was cool, man. I was riding that hoverboard. Yeah, that's the only thing I ain't seen yet, but on the street. But I see a kid come past here on the electric skateboard
every day. He might be coming too.
Yeah, he probably come today.
Every Saturday you see him. Yeah. As it goes on, he said, "Well, in the fullness of his sufficient, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him."
Right. So as he's getting closer to really achieving his ambitions, his goals, right, he's going to find himself in a bad situation because he's going to realize he's not actually in control of what's going on. Like I say, in his mind, it's like a controlled demolition of this world so we can create this new one, the new world order, right? But he's going to realize that he's no longer in control. Well, he's never been in control, but he's definitely not. He's going to realize he's not in control, right? Things are just going to get way out of control for him, and it's going to be like shit. Like now, I've got problems. I can't deal with this. I've got problems now, And even though like he's trying to prepare for this and prepare for that, he got Space Force to prepare for angels and the Lord, and if he turns up and he's got all these different things in play, he's just gonna realize that he's gonna capitulate and realize shit, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, and things are gonna start from within, man. The people are gonna be starting all protesting,
Mhm.
sedition here and there. People it's gonna be less war and stuff like that. Famine as well. Most they're gonna bring in the meat.
But this is what's going to show him to be an idiot because he wants these things.
Yeah.
That's part of his agenda. What he thinks is his agenda, right? But like I say, he's going to find he can't control these elements that he's created because he's never been in control. These things are going to get way beyond what Esau even imagined is going to happen, man. And that's how he's going to find himself in that strait, in that difficulty. And to the end being that he's destroyed. His kingdom's brought down by it. Because he's never going to get the chance to rebuild. Because Yahweh Shai's going to come. He's going to put the nail in the coffin when Yahweh Shai turns up, man. Destroys your armies. Now you've got no protection.
You're vulnerable.
Vulnerable, man. Because it speaks about breaking the teeth.
Yeah.
Or breaking the scepter, right? Once you've got no teeth, no ability to defend yourself with, man, what are you? You're just a worm, man. Yeah, ready to get picked. By the eagle, which is Yahweh Shai, right? Go pick you, man. Right? And that's it, it's over for you. There's no comeback, no fight, no hiding, because you can't hide. Because you're gonna try and do all that sort of stuff, but it's not gonna work. And you're gonna find yourself in fucking chains. That's where you're gonna find yourself, man, because it wasn't an issue when you had us in chains. It wasn't an issue to the world when we was in chains. These nations didn't come to our aid. This is what I'm trying to say. That these nations don't care about us really. They care about their own people. The world has always been racist. But just because you're racist doesn't mean you can't get on with other people. It doesn't mean that. It just means you prefer your own people, which everybody does. Everybody prefers their own people, right? It doesn't mean I've got to be a fucking asshole to everybody else in the world like Esau does. You don't need to be that way. And we ain't been that we ain't that way. Right? But the truth is we are for our own people. I don't give a damn what's happening over there to the Ukrainians. I don't care what's happening to the Palestinians. I don't care what's happening to none of these people because none of them ever cared about our people. Because they all prefer their people first. Right? And that's just the honest truth, man. Right? Everybody feels that way. And you're gonna have some probably liberals out there say, I don't feel that way. Fuck you, man, because you're full of shit anyway. You don't know what the fuck's going on. No one asks your opinions.
Even these Muslim brothers, even you say, as you've been saying, the Muslim brothers, they when they have, they want to, they have daughter. Let's say they have a daughter. You think they're gonna give you, to you, Jake, to marry them? No, man.
They don't want to take their bloodline, man.
Yeah,
that's how they see it. They don't want to take their family name and all that kind of shit. Because they're proud people. All these people are proud people at the end of the day, man. They have customs and certain things they want to uphold, certain things, and that's just something that they won't allow. They don't want that to be the case, man. Because now other families will look at them and they say, look, you let this nigger in, that's it'd be a shame upon them, man. And so they're not really dealing with us like that, man. Even if you do convert and all this bullshit, it doesn't matter. Because you're trimming that way to seek love. But but that's the whole point. When the scriptures say that, it's telling you you're not really getting it though. You're not getting that love that you're seeking. Because these nations are never going to be with you like that. They're not going to love you like that. Because you're not them. And that's just how the Most High say up, man. So what's the big deal? What's the problem here? Just be about your people then. Just be about your people, man. Do what you're doing, man. And like I said, it doesn't mean you got to be an asshole to everybody else. You can communicate, you can do business with them and all that kind of stuff. You can be nice or whatever. But you just know when it comes down to the real shit, that they're going to be about their people and we're going to be about our people. And it's always been that way. And it's never going to change. When war kicks off, whose side do you take? Oh, but I'm British. I've got people, Muslim guys. Like, you're stuck. Right? But when it comes to the, destruction and stuff, man, there's only two sides, isn't it? There's only two sides, man. You can't be in the fucking middle. You find something?
the account of Nehemiah.
Okay.
They were building this other nation were coming to me.
Well, while you're looking for that, I'm gonna grab this from Jeremiah 15. It's got here, verse 5. It says, for who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem, or who shall bemoan thee, or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest, right? So like I said, everything that has been happening to us throughout history, none of these nations ever cared. In fact, they've quite enjoyed the fact that we was getting fucked up. Because they hated the fact that we're the Lord's people. That we was established to be better, right? They've always been intimidated by us because of that. Even though we were like a smaller nation compared to everybody else. Because we was like the last nation to be made as a nation. You know? And obviously the Lord gave us the land of Canaan, which became Israel. Right? By prophecy, because Canaan had that curse upon him. So it was always the Lord's intention to destroy Canaan out of the land. But we didn't even manage to do that in perfection. But there were still Canaanites in the land. And they were messing with us, man. Messing with our people, right? And it caused our people to worship idols and all kinds of things, which led to our problems that we had. Because it wasn't time for that perfection yet. Because we ain't going to get the whole land until Yahushua turns up. Right? But still, we were there, and these other nations were hating on the fact that we were there. Right? And so they've always looked for our downfall. So when they see someone come up against us, they're quite happy to see them come against us, man, and to destroy us. Because they all, again, like we was reading before, they're all confederate. They're all confederate against us, man. They all join onto any enemy of ours to make sure we fall. And he saw that guy right now, and so they didn't mind what he was doing to us, putting us into slavery. He didn't mind. They didn't mind. They didn't step in. Right? So they don't ask about how we're doing. No one cares about how we're doing. Right? It says, oh, that's the point. That's what I wanted. Yeah? God.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
This is the book of Nehemiah 4, and I'm starting from 1. So, but it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was loth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews, which is, the Israelites, you know? And he spake before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, what do these feeble Jews, will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the lavish which are burned? Now Tobiah, the Ammonite, was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stones wall. And that's what it shows, like brother say, man. These people, they were never, encounter with us, man. They were always against us. They want to see us what? In demise. They want to see us in a low state, man. You know, in a low condition, you know. They didn't want us to succeed. They didn't want us to prosper as a nation, you know. So whenever we were doing good stuff, you know, like the account here, the Israel, when they came from, I believe it was Persia. They were coming back from Persia, isn't it? I believe so. They were building the wall, but this other nation, they were what? Against it, man. You know?
It's like in times past, well, you'd have different kings and that join up together just to come fight us, man. Like, but we never bothered. After we took the land of Israel, which was rightfully ours, we never bothered nobody. We didn't go to seek to take other people's lands because we already got what was promised to us. But you other nations, man, had issues, man, and you banded together to come take us out. You know, and any opportunity that you saw, you jumped in with it, man. Especially the Edomites. They was always there in the fucking background, like a fucking serpent, right? Joining onto these other nations to make sure, you know, try and take what was ours. You know, she just speaks about that in Obadiah. You know, he's always been there looking for our downfall, man. You know, got more?
Yeah, so I mean, it goes on. So hear all our power, for we are despised, and this has been. I mean, it's been going, man, to this day, man. We have been despised by this other nation to this day, man. No one of this nation like us, man. You know, they all hate us, man. You know, and turn their reproach upon their own head, and give them for a prey in the land of captivity.
So we're a prey in the land of captivity, which is everywhere now, because we don't have a homeland. Everywhere we are a prey. And that's why you're gonna find Jake at the bottom of every hierarchy, every stratus, man. You're gonna find Jake at the bottom, man. You know. being looked down upon, being mocked, being taken advantage of, man, because of the poorness, you know. Because it's easy to take advantage of people that are poor, got no power, you know, because they're desperate. And that's why you get a whole bunch of Jake sell out. So not only do we have all the talent in the world, we're also in the most impoverished situations. So we're easy to make take advantage of, especially with Jake with weak minds, right? And that's who they prey upon, those with weak minds, man. That don't care about their integrity, man. Don't care about the scripture, don't care about the laws of the Heavenly Father, man. So they're easy pickings for Esau. You know, that's the condition of our people, man. You know,
and cover not their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out from before thee, for they have provoked thee to hunger before the builders.
Yes.
So that's for us, man. We are for ourselves as well, man. So we pray to our power, man, to put head on this other nation, you know.
and that's exactly what's going to happen, man. That's why the time of trouble is coming, right? Because yeah, it's the time of Jacob's trouble, but really, also the whole world is going to get involved, man. They're going to have to go through this time with us. But you, like I said, being at the bottom, it puts you at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
In all kind of respects, it puts you at a disadvantage, man. So when the time of trouble comes, yeah, Jake are going to be mostly affected.
Yeah, because it's even beginning with the Edomite, they got head start, man. They got weapons, they got what?
Yeah.
They know about preparation. I mean, to prepare themselves.
Yeah.
Jakes are busy. I mean,
Busy fucking around.
Yeah.
You know, fucking popping bottles of champagne in the club and shit, man. Just being stupid. You know, that's what they into folly. Jake's into folly, man. More than anybody else on the planet. Everybody likes folly on this planet, man. But Jake loves it to another level, man. Because they ain't got nothing else. Yeah, they're on nothing. They ain't got nothing else. So they spend their whole life in fucking folly, man. Yeah. Entertainment and fun, pleasure, lust.
And when they get leech, I mean, they get this, I mean, money. You know, like
some shit with it.
Yeah, like I mean,
they don't wise up, man.
Yeah, like Mayweather, buy this, I mean, cars, you know, numerous cars, man, put on the back end for what, man?
Yeah,
you know,
don't even drive them all.
Yeah,
you know, it's just Jake's mentality has been damaged. It's been destroyed, man. And I said that folly mentality you had when you was, you know, low level, it carries on with you. You don't wise up to nothing, man. You don't get serious about shit. You know, you don't really get. You just think, oh, life's a fucking game. I'm just gonna have fun, and then you find out you're fucking broke. Then you're crying. You know, you end up with fucking, you know, baby mamas that fucking trying to destroy your ass, trying to take half your money and shit because you're not fucking smart. You know, because you like the booty and all this shit, man. You're still fucked up, man. You're making fucked up decisions, man. You know, they're not really benefiting you long term.
And all this is by condition, man. Because Esau is the one who propagate this stuff, man. Using the music industry, the movie, you know, to allure our people to believe that, I mean, this flash life is a way of living, man. You know, while when they get rich, this Edomite, they buy lands, you know, they buy lands, they buy houses, they work. They stuff themselves with good stuff, man.
They consolidate power with themselves, man.
Yeah,
them and their families and you know, businesses and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I said they're not in trouble like other men. You know, their strength is firm. You know, they don't have the same issues because they know how to maintain these things. Right? Jake don't know what to do with money when he gets it, man.
Yeah,
he really doesn't, man. He thinks it's there to blow, just to spend on the most outrageous shit. Biggest ass fucking chain, diamond encrusted, biggest fucking watch. You can't read the time because it's so bright. You know, all this stupid shit, man.
Too excited.
Yeah, you know, spending on the strip club, just throwing money at people. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with Jake, man? Like, but that's because, like I said, we're just a damaged people. Esau's damaged to the degree where we can't think. We just don't think, man. You know, we think, oh, because we got the money, it's gonna last forever. That's not how riches. If you're a fool, you don't get to keep riches, man. That's straight up, man. You don't. You need to have wisdom to have riches, right? And you need to be right with the Heavenly Father to maintain riches. You know, you have to be righteous, really. And if you don't know how to be righteous, then don't expect to keep your shit. So the only people that get to keep their shit is the wicked because it's their time. But as a Jake, you're demanded to be righteous, man. The Most High wants you righteous. You know, He wants you to conduct yourself in the right fucking manner, man. So if you get this shit from Esau, that's where the money comes from. right? That's how you get your deals, right? The only way you're gonna make, well, the fact you even did a deal with Esau means you ain't gonna keep your shit. You know, but let's say you got money outside of Esau somehow, right? Wherever, right? The only way you're gonna maintain what you're doing really is if you're with the Heavenly Father's with you, man, like he was with Job. It's not the only real way, but if you're not concentrating on these things, being righteous and doing what you can for the Lord, then the Lord ain't gonna do nothing for you, man. The Lord's gonna take your shit away. The Lord give it, the Lord take it away. You know, if you're not worthy of it, you're never gonna keep it, man. You know, and this is why this is the whole thing about the kingdom. For us to keep it forever, because it's an everlasting kingdom, we have to be perfect. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to keep it. You know, so it takes that perfection, man, to be right with the Heavenly Father, to really be successful, to be prosperous. Like I think Joshua he told the congregation, if you follow the Lord, He'll make your ways prosperous. Right? That's the only way to be prosperous. Anything else is very short-lived. You know, it ends badly all the time. You know.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children. To his children's children, and the words of the sinner is laid up for the just.
So that's like when you're blessed, right? The Lord said when He bless us, these things will be happening for us, man. But what can Jake do now? Like there's rare cases, man. Like my grandma, when she passed away, she had something to leave, right? How mess that was, man. But she had a house. She managed to buy her house. When she passed away, the house got liquidated and the money got divided, right? But there was a whole fucking mess over that because family's crazy, man. You think right? You think your family's supposed to be like this, man? Family's never like that most of the time, man. They all fighting and shit, man. Especially my fucking uncle. I had a crazy ass uncle, man, trying to take everything for himself, trying to take the house. It's fucking crazy, right? And eventually people got paid out and that. But most of the time, Jake ain't got shit all to leave to nobody, man. Debt is what they leave. Broken home is what they leave. Empty fridge is what they leave. And it's just that's a sign of a curse. That is part of the curses. That is part of the curses, man. You read Deuteronomy 28, from verse 16, 15, right? You're gonna see all the curses, man, and that is what we're living through. Right? That is what we live. We don't prosper. We don't get to build generations, or what they call generational wealth, to give to our families and our children's children, so they can become greater than what we want, what we were or are or whatever, right? They can't do that because everything gets drained and sucked away from them because really nothing belongs to them. It's all Esau's. Everything's borrowed, man. The borrower is servant to the lender. They're on benefits, they're on this, they're on that. They've got things on hire, vehicles on hire. No, Jake don't really own anything. They was just making payments all the downtime. Just about making it by for family Jake.
Living in credit, man. That's all it is, man.
But nothing to leave. Our children are not any better off than what we were. You're in the same situation. But you're meant to build up a platform for them to build upon, right? Well, Jake can't fucking do that, especially if you got a fucking dumbass Jake out there. They might even have money, but they're just fucking stupid. Like I say, just crazy with the money, man, not thinking proper.
Yeah.
I gotta get some of the classes if I may.
Yeah, you can't.
This one start from this book of Deuteronomy 28 and the 16, which leads, cast shalt thou be in the seat, and cast shalt thou be in the field. Cast shall be thy basket and thy store. As goes on to say, cast shall be thy fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flock of thy sheep.
So all that we produce, whether it be children, or it be cattle, crop, anything that we produce, man, it's cursed, and it's not going to benefit. It's not going to do well. It's going to underperform. Things are going to be disappointing. Your disappointment is what awaits us, man. Where we try to do, have endeavors to do things. Disappointment awaits you, man. And you might even do well for a little time, maybe, but then the shit just falls apart, man. And then you waste all this time and energy, money in some cases, doing certain things, and there's nothing to show for it. That's what it feels like to be the average Jake. You've got nothing to show for nothing that you're doing. You know, it's unthanked. You know, no one cares that he did anything. You know, the unthankful is just like, what the fuck am I doing then? It feels like a waste of time living. You're working, but nothing's happening. You're not going anywhere. You're not getting any better off. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're on a fucking treadmill, just walking in the same fucking spot all the damn time, man. You know, you're not progressing with shit. And as many as these so-called great leaders we meant to have, you know, MLK, you know, Martin Luther, Malcolm, and all these guys, Garvey, all these so-called great leaders are meant to progress our people, help our people get to the next phase or whatever. Where are we now? It's still the same shit, man. Let's be honest about it. Oh, we got maybe a few little perks out of it. Maybe things are not quite as bad as they were once, and all this. Now we can sit on the back, sit on the bus, and we want to sit on the bus now. Stupid shit. Things that don't really fucking matter. Oh, we can share the same toilets now. Oh, who gave a fuck? I don't want to share a toilet with them anyway. Yeah. Fucking nasty.
That's first of all, man. The one video I saw, like, they asked this Edom woman, how often are you taking shower? They said, man,
shower? What's that?
Shower. It's like, I'm always, doing my hair. The first thing, when I'm going to wash myself, I wash my hair. That's it. So she never wash her private. She never wash her body.
She got no dead skin cells over her body, man.
So these people are dirty. You know? All these other nations, man. They are filth, man. That's the truth.
Like, who wants to share anything like that anyway? Who really wants to share a bathroom or toilet? Like, it was alright. It was okay. It was better off if it was just, you know, kind of segregated, man. It made more sense, innit? You know, it's like, you know, because he sort of have certain, you know, diseases that he might carry and stuff like that. You might have certain things that you carry and stuff like that. And when you mix them up, you get sick, innit? Right? But when you're with the same people, you have same certain like colds or whatever, you don't really get sick because you're all kind of just used to it. You're around your people, innit? But now it propagates disease and shit, man. You don't need to be sharing shit with them, man. You know, but it's things like this that we think we've made progress because we can do shit like that now. Oh, we can go to the same school together now. Oh, we can go eat at the same restaurant together now. Like, that really mattered. That has not progressed our people. It hasn't made our people any better off. It's made us look more equal.
Yeah, comfort, isn't it?
Yeah, right. But it's not progressed our people. We're still at the bottom. We're still fucking poor. The rich are still getting richer. Edomites, or some of these Edomites getting dropped down some category because now they're sitting in the same conditions as us. Some of them, right? Because these still don't give a fuck, right? But generally, like, we haven't gone nowhere. We stay in the same position we have this whole fucking time. You're still out there protesting and still not getting nowhere with it. No one's listening because nobody cares, right? And you might have some of these heathen coming and joining your rallies. You have even some Edomites coming and joining the rallies. These liberals, right? Because they're so fucking liberal.
No, it's been paid, isn't it?
Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe they're just fucking stupid. I don't know. I don't really care. But they're there, innit? They're there looking like they're showing support. Yeah, black people. But ultimately, what are they doing? Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all, man.
But I'm saying that they've been paid like to make it gently comfortable, you know? Like,
bro, they're paying black people to do the same shit. You know what I mean? The whole Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Like them bitches, the leader of that she was getting paid, you know, by Esau because he was the one that funded the movement. What's his fucking face? Soros. Right? He was one doing that, and this bitch is getting paid buying herself houses and shit, exploiting her own people. So like, none of this shit means nothing. It's just nothing but scandals and corruption all the damn fucking time, man. So we don't go nowhere. We don't go nowhere. Still dealing with the same shit. So what's the answer to all of this though? The Lord. The Lord is the only one that can save us out of our predicament, man. That's what he was set up to be. That's what he was set up for. That is why he was sacrificed, man. Why he shed his blood to save his people. That is what all of our people should be focusing on. Right? Because the Lord is for his people. These other nations are not for our people. They're not going to do a damn thing for us, man. It's the Lord that's doing it all. And so we should be putting out all our energy into him, into following the commandments, man. You know, doing what he asks us to do, man. You know, that is what we should be doing. Right? But our people, again, I say, are lost, they're destroyed, and they think their salvation lies somewhere in this world. When this world was set up for our destruction. You know? You got that. You know, this place is not our rest, man. Right? That's what the scripture tells us. But Jake thinks there's some peace here to be had, and there isn't any. You know?
I got a quick one from me.
Yeah, come on.
This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Why they're not seeking the Lord, man? They're trusting in Esau because they believe in his ability. But let's be honest, if Esau wanted to, he has the ability to make everything right. He is able. He is capable of changing all you Jake's lives, man. He is able to, but he's not set up to do that, right? All these Rothschilds, they've got trillions of fucking assets, man. They could share it quite easy. They could share it, man, but they choose not to.
That's why when the V come, when the V came,
They share that.
yeah, they share with you, Jack. Innit?
Yeah,
They
because
say,
they can destroy you.
Yeah, they say what? Because we've been treating you worse, so we're gonna offer you on the forefront, man.
If it's to bring down your numbers, they'll invest in that.
Of course.
You know, Bill Gates, Mr. Gates, Sinister Gates, right? He was at the conference talking about, oh, we need to reduce CO2 and that, right? Because of this and that, because we're gonna die apparently, right? But the way to do that, the only viable way to that is reduce population, right? And he said through these these jump shots, right? So when is a program to bring down numbers of people? Because where was he doing that initially? In Africa,
Yeah.
right? Because they're some of the most poorest people on the planet in these regions, right? So again, the most vulnerable, the most able to be exploited, right? Because that's what Esau does. He preys on the weak, right? So he can bring numbers down. So when it's involved in doing that, he's putting money into that. He putting so much fucking money into that, man. And I say when the V came out for the whole Grand Vic Royale, right? Trying to remember one of these names, isn't it? Right? He offered you up first. Because when he's destroying you, he's down with that.
Yeah, he offer you. He ask you. I mean, he also say when you're gonna give what? You're gonna give you free weeds,
Free fucking donuts,
yeah, free donuts,
chicken, all this shit.
All this is just to destroy you, man. You know. So he's never love you. You know, he's never put you in the front as the people to focus on, like to help, but to destroy you. You know.
Yeah. And that's been his goal the whole time. That's what he really enjoys doing. Right? He likes to mask it up like he loves you, like he cares. But what he really wants is to see you fucking suffer, man.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. That's what he likes. That's what he gets off on. Because he has that perpetual hatred. Because he knows he lost out on something big that we possess, that can't really be taken from us, man. But if he can suppress us, if he can keep us from obtaining that, then that's as good as the same thing for him, I guess. But it can't be stopped. He can't suppress us. He can't keep the elect down, right? He can't stop this word, right? So he's fighting an uphill battle, man. He can't win this fight, because the Most High is already prepared to sacrifice a bunch of our people, man, to destroy them. So what you do to them doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the end goal or the end result, because those Israelites, in a sense, don't really matter. It's about the elect, and as long as the Lord got his elect, man, this is all finished for you, man. And the scripture say the Lord, the elect, they can't be deceived, right? They can't be deceived, man. So it doesn't matter what game plan you come with, like you're never gonna have them. You're never gonna have them. You can't have them, because what did the Lord say to Peter, saying the devil, Satan has desire to sift you as wheat, right? And that Esau plays that role, sifting, trying to get man, trying to destroy man.
Even I was trying to pray for us, man, when he was still on the earth, man, on his time when we want to depart from the earth, man. When he was about to be sacrificed, he prayed for the elect, man.
Yeah.
Pray like we've been given. Mosiah give him us to his hand, so we're not gonna be what. So Mosiah not to take us away from his hand, man. Just to love paraphrase. So the elect are gonna be safe. In any way or form, man. In these last days, in the time of judgment,
Sure. That's it. Our focus is on the elect, man, because obviously the bulk of our people are gone. The Lord has offered them up, man. Right? And there's nothing we could do to break them out of that. you know. But Esau feels good every time he gets one of you, Jake. You know, gets you for lack of a better word, corrupted. You know, but he can't succeed by doing that, right? He can't succeed by doing that, man, because it only takes a few for the Lord to do His thing.
Yeah.
You know, it only takes a few out of our nation to really do this, man.
Like he used, 300, army, soldiers in the time of Gideon, to win the battle, you know. So Messiah doesn't matter, he don't care about the number. It's just, who are, he care about those who have contract spirit, man. Contract, heart, man, you know.
It's like, as well, I was just thinking about now, Herod, when he went to kill the children, right? He killed a lot of children, man, thinking that he was going to succeed in his thing. Like, if I just kill all the, was it between age of 2 and something, right?
And down, yeah.
2 and down, right? If I just get all of them, I must get the Lord. That means I'll be safe. You know, he ain't gonna come and do me nothing, right? In the future. But he did that and failed still, because he still missed the Lord. It's the same with the elect. He's still gonna do all this stuff to our people, but he can't get the elect. He's always gonna miss them. You know, and eventually one day we're gonna come and bite him in the ass. You know, bite him in the fucking ass, man. Okay, when the house returns up and we get delivered, Lord, will we be part of that number, right? And we're gonna come and fuck his shit up, man. You know, it's not possible. You can't get us, man. You know, even if you manage, like even told you, man, even if you put some of us to death, some of us will die. It's not going to prevent the return of the Lord. It's not going to prevent the sin of the elect, right? And the destruction of your kingdom is not going to prevent that. Everything that you do is in vain. All right. Let me read this. I had this out here, right? So this is from Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 8. It says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him." Right. So, like I said, we're in these different areas that we live in, right? We always got the heathen around us. They're always making money off us. We always like, you know, propping them up, right? Going to their restaurants and making them money, making them build better, bigger, and all that kind of stuff. But for us, we're just in the same predicament we've always been in: poor, broke, you know, destitute, right? So we're no longer going to serve these other nations, right? It says, "But they shall serve the Lord their God." That's who we're going to serve, Lord Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai, right? "And David the king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed, save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity," everywhere that we are, scattered across the whole earth, right? "And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest." We're gonna get our rest after this world, after Esau's kingdom is destroyed, but then we're gonna receive rest. Okay, we're not gonna find rest here, we're not gonna find peace here. All our life has ever been is about struggling. You know, that's what our life's been about. In every aspect of life, it's been about struggling, right? Shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid, being of fear from nobody. Right? "For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, where I have scattered thee." Why is the Lord going to make a full end of all nations? Because these other nations have been our enemies, man. And they continue to be our enemies today. Because like I said, they don't want us to be who we truly are. They oppress us, man. They suppress who we are. They suppress the knowledge and information about who we are. Because the elites of these different nations know who we are. Right? But it's like I say, they're confederate. They're in agreement that is not to be told. They're not to be spoken. That is not meant to be told to them. So the fact that we even know this is crazy to them. You know, because this has been given for the Spirit. Yeah. They thought if they just kept it all on lock, didn't speak about it, kept the, you know, whatever treasures they got or information they got in locked up or whatever, they would never get it. They'd never know. But the Spirit was working. The Spirit is beyond all that, man. The Spirit brought this back out to us. Okay, and so now that's a problem, and that's why they tried to hold the videos back. They try to cut the channels down. You know, they try to lock up brothers. They're doing their witchcraft, their enchantments behind the scenes, trying to stop us, right? But they can't really come up publicly and do nothing proper. So they have to do all these other stuff. So when they bring in, laws and regulations concerning hate speech or something like that, usually it's concerning other things, not necessarily concerning us. They would never directly address us like that, really. But it'll be because of something that was going on in Palestine. Or we got hate preachers trying to come in and do this and do that. And so we have to bring these laws and regulations so they can ban speech. In Canada, they don't want you to talk about, they don't want to speak about the scriptures out loud in public. They don't want you to do that. So it's like they're attacking Christians. They don't give a fuck about Christians, man. They don't. It's really to try and prevent us. Right? To create fear around us, to get a common consensus among the people that we are something to be hated and feared. So they can come against us, man. When Esau comes against us, tries to do what he wants to do with us, kill us, lock us up, the people people around us are going to be like, yeah, because they're a problem, they're trouble. Yeah, just like it's always been in different kingdoms we've been in, people have made us a trouble unto them, and had us persecuted because we've deemed the trouble. It's not to do with these Christians and these Muslims or whatever. It's not really to do about them. Obviously, they're going to get caught up in it, but really the main target is us. Even though we're not threatening to do nothing to nobody, right? We're gonna wait until Yahweh Shai returns. Then you could be concerned. Then you'd have a reason to be concerned. Okay, but up until that point, man, hey, we're just civilians. We're just out here preaching the gospel. That's what we're doing, man. We're not inciting anyone to do anything. We tell every man that believes to be patient, right? To be patient, to suffer. That's what we're telling our congregation, man. To suffer the things that are happening to us, man. Until the Lord returns. That's what we tell our congregation, man. What's that? Oh, no, I thought you were going to say something. Let me finish this off. So yeah, verse 11, so if I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations where I have scattered thee, yet would I not make a full end of thee. Right, so the Lord's going to end or destroy the power of all these nations, right? But the Lord's not going to destroy his people, right? Because the Lord intends to set us up in power under Yahweh Shai. That's what his intent is. Right? The kingdom of heaven is the kingdom of Israel, man. The everlasting kingdom is for the Israelites. Okay? It says, but I will correct thee in measure and will not leave thee altogether unpunished, man. So we're here because of the wickedness that we've done. So the Lord is punishing us. This is part of the punishment. Right? But we have to suffer it. We have to suffer the chastisement of the Lord. Okay, be patient with it. Right? So for thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause. So again, these other nations, man, they're not here to help us. There's not a champion for our people right here. But like I said, when something happens to them now, they want us to join in. Like, why don't you want to join in? Because that camp that was out there in London, they got involved with the Palestinians and that. I mean, they shouldn't really be out there, but they were getting on them like they should be out there helping them, right? But why should we? Why should we support your causes? There's nothing to do about it. That's your fight. Yeah, but the world, and this and that. You don't care about the world, man. You don't fucking care about the world, man. So it says, there's none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. So that people are destroyed, man. There's no way to revive us, to recover us back into full health. Right? We're just a destroyed people, man, and there's no remedy for us, man. Here, it's the Lord that's going to bring that remedy. Right? It says all thy lovers, okay, which represents these other nations, man, because we want to be so close to them. It seems like Jake just want to be close to everybody, man. But that's not what we was made for. We was made to a holy people. You know what the word holy means? Separate. We was made separate. We was set apart from the other nations, man. We're not meant to be together like that. Because we are susceptible to bad habits. That's always been the case with us, man. Right? So we learn the ways of the heathen. We were told not to. And learning the ways of the heathen corrupts us, man, and brings judgment against us from the Heavenly Father. So we're not meant to be parring like that. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being in communication with them, doing trade, and nothing wrong with that. But we're not meant to live like you, man. We're not meant to be, what scripture be not unequally yoked with unbelievers, man. We're not meant to be like that with you. Buddy, and all this stuff, man. I'm not saying you can't have friends and stuff, man, but it's not a serious thing like that. Because we're just gonna end up, well, you're gonna end up rubbing off on us, man, and we're gonna be like acting like you, which is not who we're supposed to be. And that's why in the kingdom things are going to turn around, because being around us is going to make you more like us, because you're going to follow our ways, right? That's how it's really supposed to be, right? We're not meant to conform to your ways, right? It says, all thy lovers have forgotten thee; they seek thee not. They don't look for us. They don't. Like I say, they don't really care about how we're doing, right? So, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Why complain? Because we brought it upon ourselves, man. We did dirty, man. And the Most High has to punish us for that, because he said that's what he was going to do. That's part of the curses. Right? So we can't say we didn't know, or we don't deserve it. Right? So we have no right to complain. We knew what the deal was, and we decided to go against it anyway. We decided to throw the Most High behind us, man. But this is where it's led us. So it's our own fault. Right? It says, why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquity. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So eventually what's going to happen? All these nations that are taking us in and put us in subjection, right? They're going to be devoured by us, man. By the Lord in his judgment. Right? So we already know that these nations are our enemies, because if they were our friends, the Lord wouldn't do nothing to them. But because they played their part in our oppression, in our corruption, and they're wicked too, they're not righteous, right? They do all foul, odious works too. The Lord is going to destroy the other nations, man. Okay, and put them in subjection underneath us. Right? So therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries. These so-called lovers that we want to be close with are really our adversaries. And I say Esau is the top one, and Jacob's trying so hard to be friends with Esau after all that he's done to us. It should be the other way around. He should be begging man to be friends, but Esau don't really care like that. But we got Stockholm syndrome. That's what our people are suffering with, man. We're trying to love our master, man. That's been abusive to us. And he doesn't deserve it. Rather than turn to the Lord and give praise to the Lord and turn to the Lord, you'd rather turn to Esau, man.
Yeah.
Like he's going to help you. He's never helped us. So every one of them shall go into captivity. Right? And this is what we keep telling you. You don't want to believe it. The Lord wouldn't do that. The Lord would do that. The Lord has done that. The Lord's done it to his own children. You think he won't do it to the other nations? You think he hasn't done it to other nations? Because they're always quick to talk about, oh yeah, but there were other slaveries in the world and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and the Most High is behind all of that. So you don't think he's not going to put you to slavery? The problem is, did you do the crime? Yes, you did. Right? Regardless of whoever did it as well, they're gonna don't worry, they're gonna get their judgment too. But if you did it, this is what you're supposed to be expected, man. Slavery, captivity. You can't get around this, man. You can pass the buck when you want, blame this person, blame that nation, or do whatever you want to do, man. It doesn't absolve you from what you've done. So we get on Esau mainly because of what he's done, but these other nations also go into slavery because of what they've done. Just that you're the one in power right now, and you've done the fucking worst to us. Right? Because before all these captivities, man, we still knew we were Israelites. We still knew we still knew certain things. But Esau made sure that that doesn't exist among our people, really. He probably grinded us into the dirt. It says, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So the Lord's going to give our enemies into our hands, just like we was given into their hands. Right? And it's going to happen just as easy as that. Like when you came to take us, it wasn't hard, it wasn't difficult, because the Lord had given us into your hands. So when the roles, the times reversed, it's not going to be hard when the Lord gives you into our hands, because we're going to have the power. the Lord is going to be with us, man. And so it's not going to be a hard thing. Or how are you going to do that? It's going to be easy, man. You know, because what you don't see right now is the fact, you know, we're going to give him spiritual power. Well, Captain Malone don't believe in spiritual power, right? But you're going to see it in real life, right? Because we have no army, because we don't have no guns and weapons and all this kind of stuff. How can we do that? We're completely dependent on the Lord, and that's why we're not a threat. But you're going to treat us like we are. But we have no means to do the things we say we're going to do, or things that are going to happen. We haven't got the means to do that. We have to wait upon the Lord to really give us the means to do that. For us, it's a waiting game. We're not in no rush to do nothing. Even though we want to hasten the day to get out of this shit hole. But we're not going to do nothing personally ourselves right now, because there's nothing to be done other than teach. That's what it's asked of us to do. You know?
Yeah, as I mentioned from the beginning, man. This is not our what? Our battle, man. This is the battle of the Lord, man. You know, the Lord is the one who's gonna come to end this system. He's the one who's gonna
get his glory in the bit, man.
Yeah, he's the one who's gonna come to get his glory, and by he's getting glory, we're gonna get glory as well, man. Through him, you know. And then when because this whole nation, they're gonna see our salvation. You know, they're gonna see us being saved, you know, from this condition that we are in, from this predicament that we are in, you know, and our salvation is gonna be televised, man. For what? Worldwide.
Yeah, that's why the satellites exist.
Yeah.
To transfer all this information across the world, man. Yeah. So everybody can see it.
Yeah.
You know, because the satellites like eyes in the sky. You know? And so these things are gonna be broadcast around the whole world. There's no station on the planet that won't be able to catch it. You know, because they all use this, you know, this way to broadcast the TV and stuff, right? The radio and whatever.
Yeah. And other people are gonna be live, I mean, seeing us, I mean, live, man. They don't need to use even Black Mirror, man. They're gonna be seeing us live, you know, beamed up, I mean, in the sky. Lord, the way will be of those men, you know. So that's how it's gonna be.
They got people on their phones or whatever. Yeah. You know, if they still got their phones at that point in time, where they're gonna be watching it, gonna be uploaded or whatever, they're gonna want to shut it down. You know, because they're gonna, you know, things are gonna happen, man. But it's gonna be seen by the world, man. You know, and this is part of the reason why, you know, some of this technology exists. You know, not for Esau's purposes per se, but for the Lord's purpose. You know, because even these missiles, they go on all these the GPS and that's all governed by all these satellites and things like that, right? So they have their purpose in making sure they hit the target and stuff like that. So, you know, the Spirit of the Lord's gonna be with them, obviously, but these other systems are there for that purpose. You know.
Yeah. And also, this system was, I mean, the internet was created also to expose Esau, man.
Yep.
You know, of these, I mean, evilness that they have done, all over the world, man. You know, so everyone right now, they know who is Esau, man. You know, they know he's a devil. You know, you know, he's a man who is not supposed to be trusted.
Man of sin.
Yeah, he's a man of sin.
Man of perdition.
Only the two set of our people, they still believe on Esau, but the entire world have turned against Esau, man. They all point a finger on Esau, man. You know, look what they are doing in the land of Israel right now, man. You know, that's why brother been speaking, but we are not with that. You know, we are against. I mean, we know now we're not gonna be with the Palestinian. We are for ourselves, man. You know,
yeah, we got our own fight, man.
Yeah,
and I fight a spiritual fight. You know, because let's be honest, man. Even when these DJ get together to do something like a protest, like, we're not with that either. Fuck their protest, man, because they ain't doing shit. Because these would be the same guys that will fucking scoff at us, man, and abuse us and shit. So fuck them, man. Why are we gonna stand with you guys, man? You ain't none of my fucking demons, man.
Yeah, there's some people who mocked our shy when he was on the scene, man, 270 years ago, man. So they mock the prophets as well, man. You know, they are the same people who murder the prophets. You know, so they stone the prophets. You know, that's what they've been doing. They are doing the same thing today, man. You know, by
these are the same fucking, you know, niggas that will fucking ban with the LGBT community shit. We ain't got nothing to do with you guys, man. You want to be in that world with Esau and all this folly and shit, you can go do that, man. But you don't expect us to support you and shit, because that's just fucking off. You know, we're fighting our own fight, man. Okay, we ain't fighting nobody else's fight. You know, this ain't politics. We ain't fucking political. Left or right, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. We're here for the Lord, right? That's what we're here for, the Lord and His word. Like, to hell with everything else, man. You know, even the Lord told His disciples, man, who he identified who his brother, his mother, and his sisters were. Those that did the will of the Heavenly Father, man. If you ain't in that group, man, you ain't part of us, man. Period. Whether you're an Israelite or not. You know, we always support the cause of the Heavenly Father, man, and His Son. You know, so fuck everything else that's going on in the world, man. You can fight that battle on your own. But in terms of
That's what I'm saying, isn't it?
yeah. But concerning our people in general, man, look, man, we've got nothing to do with these other nations. You know, and our people should have nothing to do with them. Right? That is not our place as a people in general, because they don't fucking help us. They ain't doing shit for us, man. They never did nothing for us. You know, and like I said, they're quite happy to see us where we are. Because like I said, if we see the Lambo, yeah, I tell you how many of these fucking Elamites, right, that go around driving these fucking Mercedes, fucking AMG series and fucking Lamborghinis and Ferraris and shit, man. They're starting on fucking everybody, man. Yeah, and they look at Jake thinking you know, they look down upon Jake, man, because you ain't doing shit, man. But these guys run around these fucking whips like it's fun, man. And it looks like fun. And Jake can't partake in it. You know? But they look down upon you because they think they're better. It just is what it is, man. So they're quite happy to see or have someone to look down upon. They're quite happy because it's not them. Nobody wants to be at the bottom. The worst place is at the bottom. Nobody wants to be at the bottom, man. But everybody wants to be at the top. But as long as someone's above somebody, yeah, they'll take the piece of the pie that they got.
As the Bible says in the prophets, like all these nations gonna step on our back, man. Now they're gonna step on our back because we are in the bottom, man.
Yep.
You know? We are the one who are suffering. We are the laborers. You know, we are the people who have built these different, civilization kingdoms, man. You know, America, you know, our people are the one who built it. Even here in the UK, England, to begin with, all these monuments, you know, that are still standing to this day. Who built those?
Well, imagine how many years behind this kingdom would be if it wasn't for the Negroes, man. All this free labor you got. This place wouldn't be where it is today at all. You know, this would be like still Victorian times or some shit. Probably not even that. Cobble and shit. You know? But you'd be so far behind than you are currently.
It's funny, you know.
But you don't give it no respect.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I mean, the building that like now they're building, it's like they don't. I mean, they don't live long, man. I mean, say.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not well built.
Like, I mean, like those. I mean, they're not well built. Yeah, they're cheap
because they have to make the money up somewhere.
Yeah.
Before it's free labor, so they can put all the great materials into the building. And the building is really good at standing long and strong. Yeah. Right, good timber, good support, and all this kind of stuff, man. But because they can't get the cheap labor now, there's no free labor no more. Yeah. They're having to pay people now. Now they don't want to pay people, so now they're just cheaping on the materials. Right. So because they need people to build it, but now the cost cuts is in the materials. Now it's cheap wood, plasterboard instead of bricks and things like this, breeze blocks and shit like this. And so come a few, couple decades or whatever, it's rotten. Everything's rotten and it's weak. You know, leaking and shit. Like it's not gonna stand the test of time, man. Not that any of this place is gonna stand the test of time, but it's not comparable to the old buildings they used to build when they had freedom of just resources, because they got free labor. Because they didn't care where the stone was coming from. It's just good stone. They didn't care about the cost of it. They were saving so much fucking money.
It's the same as long, man. In time past, that's the same way, man. It was built the same way, man. Using the labor of the slave, man. Which most of the slaves we are who? The Israel, man. The so-called Negro that's in on that mark. Yeah. Yeah.
And because they got it from all these different lands they went and conquered, right? But Jake was scattered already. Yeah. So Jake was still coming out all these different lands they went to. You know, it wasn't just in Judea. Oh yeah, they had slaves. No, when they went to the Carthage and all these different places, there was Jake there. Yeah. You know, that's what they had great warriors there. Even in the north, there was Jake up there, great warriors, and some of them Rome couldn't even take them down for a long time. You know, all these different Germanic tribes and whatever, man. They were having problems with them. I think that's what had the opening scene with Gladiator is, because I think they're fighting the Germanic tribes and they're having issues, man. They were getting fucked up, you know, because they wasn't able to take them out. But yeah, Jake was already scattered. So these great noble warriors that everyone keeps hearing about or whatever, they're most likely Jake, man. Just like Jake today are the most notable warriors on the planet. It's the same.
Yeah, in any society, when you go to, to invade it, you're gonna take the least of them, isn't it? Those who are not on the power, because those on the power, they're gonna what? Select the what? The one who are in the bottom and one get them lead. Get lead of them. So they're gonna sell the one who already in that position. They're not gonna sell their own people. You know. So that's how it's have been, man.
Mm.
So most of the people who built the Rome were Israel, man.
Because they had laws that protect their own people.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do certain things to their own people, right? Because
Mhm.
they're meant to be like a democracy and all this equality and all this shit, right?
Mhm.
So if it didn't apply to everybody else, it didn't apply to these lands that were conquered, because they were made slaves, and slaves are a lower class of people.
Mhm.
Right? And that's the same thing how Esau treated Negroes, man. You're what, 3/5 of a person.
Yeah.
When they wrote down the Constitution and all that kind of stuff, it wasn't really for you. It didn't apply to you. You wasn't included in that. So to believe that you have all these rights now, you don't really. You know, it was never made for you, man. This America was not made for your benefit, to prosper you. The only great time in America is when you was in slavery. So when they talk about, becoming great again, really, that was the only time. That was the only time, man. Because it was never great for you Negroes. It was never great for the natives. It was never good for none of us, man. That were slaves. Because we were just a lower class of people. We're still a lower class of people today. It's just we're politically correct now, so we don't say or do things like that. We have equality, so everyone's equal. We have equal opportunities in that. But you, Jake, is still at the fucking bottom. He's still at the bottom, and that's okay. That's how it's always been, man. There's different type of class system.
That took this.
Kind of.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron lasteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and he go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Right, a looking glass is like a mirror. Right, it's like a metal mirror that's highly polished. Right, I remember reading up one time. I was like, oh, is that what it is? Yeah, but that's what it is. Before they had like glass and stuff like that, they had metal, like highly polished metal. Right, but obviously something made out of metal is susceptible for rust and corrosion. Right, it's not going to stay like that. It's not going to stay polished forever. I know we've got stainless steel today. I don't think that was a thing back then. So I don't know. I'm not sure what material was made out of. But again, metals, they tend to corrode. Right, so once you got rust on it and you try to polish that, it's never going to go away, man. It's never going to disappear. It's always going to be a taint on the item, and that's what Esau is. So you might try and buff it out, you try and make it look more presentable, but it's still the same. That rust is deep within it, and it's always going to come back and rot. Basically, it's rotting it. It's going to rot the object. So Esau is rotten. He's rotten from the core. He's never going to change.
It's only say, thou shalt be unto him as thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his last has not been altogether wiped away.
They can't wipe it away. Okay, because that was his purpose. He was made to be the wicked. Right? So he's always going to be the devil. He's going to always do devilish and evil things, man. Okay, even though he tries to act like he's the savior of the world, like he's the good guy in the story. Okay, all that is a false facade, man. Okay, a cheap veneer that he puts on. Okay?
So then, set him not thy seed, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy praise, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Now notice this is what he's done throughout all of history, right? Because Esau as a people has never really been anybody special. Right? But he's been able to get into these different kingdoms and get in higher places. You had Haman in the Persian Empire, right? Because they spread themselves about. They were they spread themselves out to get into different places of power. Right? And the same thing occurred in the what they call the Dark Ages, right? When Jake was really ruling, man, he got into certain positions and basically did a coup. Essentially, it's what they did, right? The Black Plague came and they got opportunity in it, so they sought to take the seat. They always do. They're seeking power. seeking some way to have rulership, to have dominion, right? And the Most High has allowed them to perform that at different various times in history. Okay, like I said, began with the Greeks, the Romans. Because bear in mind, they're not the original Romans. They're not Japhetic people, right? So obviously they came up inside there and took over. You know, so yeah, the Greeks, the Romans, and you had this modern Rome Empire, which is the European Empire essentially, right? Anglo-American, right? And you've had this time where they've come up in Jake's structure in their system.
Yes, through military
and usurped power and authority from them. You know, so that Esau's like that. You can't sit next to you because that's what he's always plotting. Because he wants to be in that power seat. He's like the jealous brother, of the king. He just wants your seat. Right? So he'll give all the formalities, he'll give the niceties and stuff like that. But really what he's trying to do is take you out.
Yeah. So I mean, the saffron, dude.
It's Scar.
No, it's Scar.
Scar, yeah. Yeah, Scar, that dark demon. Yeah, Scar, that dark demon, man. Yeah, because Esau's the dark one, Yeah. As much as he calls himself white and all this shit to represent purity and righteousness, man, he's fucking, he's the nigger, man. He's dark. He's the black one. He's the evil one. Yeah, that nigger Scar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
make another one.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiasticus 13. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. Started from 3. So the rich man has done long, and yet he threateneth. He threateneth the widow. The poor is long, and he must entreat also. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Right. And I want to reference this movie again, man, because it's a good movie to watch. The Killer of the Flower Moon, something like that, right? With Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. I watched that in the cinema. It's a good movie, man. And I know brothers have probably seen it already now. But he only helps, or it looks like he's helping, when there's something to gain for him. Right? When there's something to take, he'll help you. Because he's fattening you up. He's fattening you up to slay you at the end, man. So he can get more. Or he have you do the work. Make you do all the hard work. Oh, you found oil, you found gold. Yeah, collect it for us. Collect it. Oh, buy our things, make our businesses rich, buy our things. But he's secretly killing you off. Because man, we're giving people diabetes because of their high sugar diets that they were giving them and that. Because obviously people like sweet things, innit? And then Esau brought all their goods to them to sell them to them, right? So even though they were, the natives were, getting rich, they were rich. So they were dressing nicely and had all the Western clothing. They started doing, Western shit, right? Western clothing and stuff like shoes and whatever. The cars, the cigarettes. They were killing themselves though. This is the thing. Esau offered them all these things, and it's like, oh, okay, they're doing trade. That's good. We want to be friendly with them, right? But everything Esau was doing was killing them. But he was nice though. He loved everybody, and everybody believed that he loved them. But he was killing them, man, because he wanted to take their fucking land. He wanted to take everything from them, man. That's Esau. So unless there's a profit in it for him, he ain't gonna do it. So best believe if he's doing it for you, there's something else. Why he's doing it?
Yeah, like these celebrities, man. Like most of these celebrities, like LeBron James, all this. Basketball player, football player,
yeah, musicians.
Yep. He's been funding them. He's been, making contract with them.
Yep.
By
giving him a piece of his pie, piece of his money, his crumbs.
Yeah. But he maybe gives them million and billion. But how much does Esau collect from them?
How much does he get from them?
Yeah.
And how much destruction is he wreaking with them?
Correct.
Right? Because all this does, because all these things are entertainment, music, sports, all of that is entertainment, right? To really distract our people, right? Yeah. To give young Jakes ambition to go and do these things to distract you.
Yeah, the fake hope, really.
Right? Because if you're not in the words, then you're going to be destroyed, isn't it? So if your ambition is to be a sports star and you don't care about nothing else because you've got to fucking train all your life, right, to be this superstar, right, getting paid the millions or whatever, right, you ain't focusing on the word. Yeah. And all it does is teach other Jake to pursue that lifestyle, right? But that lifestyle leads to corruption, right? You got to take the deals, right? You got to do the bending over. You get caught up with these fucking hoes, these fucking prostitutes, trying to destroy you, tear you down all the damn time. Esau will give you up.
And on top of them, of that is pain that you're gonna get after, man. And through those pain, you're gonna what? Spend all your money what? Invest on Esau or medical industry, systems. You know, benefit is what? Is enterprise, man. Pharmaceutical.
But especially these fucking musicians, man, they're more demonic than the rest of them. I feel, right? Because these managers playing sport, right? They don't really have a strong message to give to nobody other than follow your dreams, innit? Yeah, you know, just work hard, play hard. You could be a sports star too, whatever. But these fucking rappers and shit, right? They are fucking mega corrupting, man. They're telling you to fucking do drugs. They're telling you to go kill people. They're telling you to fucking fuck with these hoes. They're telling you all kinds of fat ass, flaming shit. Right? They're more messed up than any of them, man. Yeah, get a bunch of fucking tattoos. Because even these fucking sports stars are influenced by these fucking rappers and shit.
Yeah. Buy chain.
Buy a fucking chain, hang out with fucking thugs and criminals and shit.
Get your money, buy 50 cars.
You know, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. So I dislike them more than the you know, the average sports star, but all of it's distraction, all of it's destruction, man. And Esau gives them money because it pays dividends for him.
Yeah, the insurance, the tax, you know.
I'm saying just destroying our people, that's worth it for him.
Yeah.
Because it's destroying our people, that is worth the investment.
Yeah.
You know, because he ain't got to lift no fingers. He just pays this nigga to you know, pop a bottle and, you know, do some damn shit on stage, and the rest of the Jake just follow that shit, man, and they get destroyed too. Easy work. Oh yeah, we just gave him a couple million though. That is what it took.
Those million, where are they going? They go straight back to who? To the east. I mean, to the east, man.
Going fucking court case, bro.
On top of that, I mean, those money, it's just a number they put in the bank, isn't it? The bank continue on to increase those money, man, by loaning other people, you know?
Yeah. So it feeds his system still.
Yeah.
As I say, he's not doing nothing because he likes to do that for you. Because he wants to see you do well. It's nothing to do with that. You know, there's always a hidden agenda. You know, his real MO is unseen for the most part to most people. But we know this devil because the scripture identifies this devil, man, and what he's really up to. You know? So you don't putting the wool over our eyes, man. He ain't gonna come up here, offer us a stack of cash in a suitcase and say, yeah, just do this, innit? And it might seem like it's innocent, innit? Just like when Satan came to the Lord, he wasn't saying nothing mad to him. Like, he didn't tell you how to bend over at night. He just said, look, man, just turn the stones, to bread or whatever, and cast yourself off the thing, or bow down to me. Because that's what Satan wants. That's what Esau wants. He wants you to bow down to him. So once you've done that, he's got you. Because now you made the deal, you've done all this shit. Now you're contracted to him. You're like his slave, his own personal slave now. Because you're on his paybooks, right? We're not directly on Esau's paybooks. We're going to work in different companies, but we're not directly underneath him like that. But you niggas, man, you guys that sold out, you're directly underneath him, man. You got to do and say as you're told.
Shut your name, man.
Oh man,
Big man like
I wish I hadn't seen that. I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. I know that was 10 years ago, yeah, or if it was, but that was horrible. Yeah, it's fucking horrible, man. A big ass dude like that, behaving like that. No, bro. But the Lord had it come out again recently, obviously, to shame him.
Yeah, that's it,
man. And Shat is supposed to be, he's quite an intelligent dude. You know, he uses his money quite wisely.
Yeah.
Right? He's not like one of these dumb Negroes that they just blow their money like that. So in a way, I kind of respect the Shat, but he's managing his shit, right? Properly, or better than others, right? But once I saw that, man, respect it disappeared, bro.
Try to be comedian, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It just wasn't funny, bro. It's fucking embarrassing, bro. Can't believe what I was seeing, man. Big ass fucking, I don't know how tall he is, man. 7 foot some shit. You know?
Oh, 7.
Oh, no, he's 6 foot something, innit? But
I'm 7.
he can't be 7, surely. That's mad. I know he's a big Shat. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't, yeah, that's mad. But yeah, but that's how Esau got you, though, yeah? He got you doing stupid shit. You know, he got you supporting movements that you wouldn't support, usually. You know? He'll make you accept anything, man, because you have to. Because otherwise, your career is done. Your image destroyed, you get sued, all kinds of things, man. You gotta wear the fucking multicolored armband. You gotta do all of that, man. You have to show support. Otherwise, if you don't show support, man, you're a fucking enemy. And they treat you like an enemy, like you didn't make him all this money. But it's supposed to be about the game. What's all this politics shit for? But no, you got to do it, man. Otherwise, you lose your contracts and shit, your sponsorships and whatever. You know?
Yeah. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Yeah, it's all in Esau's hands, man. So, like I said, when these guys get the contracts, like Esau says, jump, man has to be saying how high. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Because they have all the power. And you can't do nothing about Esau's blessing in this world, man. Like you want to be something, or be higher than where you are, above other Jake and above other people. You have to do as he says, man. But we're not about to make that compromise, man. We'd rather just stay in the conditions that we are, man, and wait for the Lord to elevate us, to exalt us, man. Because anything Esau does for you, man, is a double-edged sword, man. It's really to your own harm, to your own destruction, man. Because the Lord ain't going to be with none of you guys, because you sided with Satan.
It's a trouble.
You know? And so right now, we're powerless to do anything about it, about Esau and the way he's got the world right now. We're powerless to do shit about it. But we know one who has. And like I said, again, it's for us, it's just a waiting game for us, man, because we know the Lord's coming. And when the Lord does come, the Lord's going to destroy all of this, man. Destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right? And then this world that Esau's created, man, is going to be no more. And then we could be at rest. We could be at ease, you know? But until that time, man, we just have to suffer, man. I think I had a little bit more. Was you in the middle or something?
Yeah, I was in Ecclesiastes or something.
Okay, you finished that.
I may read again, Ecclesiastes 13:5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear, and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee, and smile upon thee, and put thee in hope, and he will speak thee fair, and say, what wantest thou?
Right, and this is the temptation that he puts to the world, getting to do these wicked ass things, man. Because he deceives you. He makes you feel that it's to your benefit. It's good for you to do these things, or it's going to benefit you in the long run, man. Like taking the MLTV, he's going to make it sound like that's going to be a benefit to you, but he's not going to tell you, man. It's going to get you destroyed. He ain't going to tell you that part. He ain't going to tell you that if you take this mark, man, you're going to be my permanent slave forever. Because all that is a digital all. That if a slave, loved his master, would accept to be his permanent slave by by having the all pierced through his ear. He's not going to tell you that part. He's going to make it sound like, I want to feed you, but in order to feed you, you need to take this. I want to help you. But he doesn't want to help you. He wants to enslave you. He's not going to tell you that part, man. He's going to tell you, you can move shit with your mind, or you can open doors, no keys and things like that. Open the car door, no keys. All your medical records is there, so you never forget. You can track your children, so you never lose them, and all these types of shit. You
can go to your holidays without carrying your passport, your bank.
You're free to travel.
Yeah.
But he's not telling you he's gonna stop traveling. He can tell you that. Because what does he want to? Oh, this is so mad. Right? I remember reading, because Esau's on the whole green mission, right? The limit CO2, right?
Yeah.
But he wants to do away with things like planes and stuff. Like commercial planes.
Yeah.
So where are you fucking traveling to? You don't need a passport no more, because you'll be stuck in a fucking 20-minute city.
If you're gonna be in backing, you're gonna be in backing, right?
Yeah. You're not going nowhere. No. Where are you gonna be? Virtual space. Yeah. Fucking metaverse.
Oh, yeah,
That's where you're gonna be. That's where you're gonna put you, bro. You wanna go on holiday? Book a ticket on metaverse and go sit in the sofa and pretend you're on a fucking beach.
And they're gonna take your money as well.
You take your damn money. Yeah, digital currency credits. Because just it's gonna be fucking Black Mirror, bro. That's what it is, man. You don't forget. You think it's funny. You think it's a joke, but that's what he's just playing. Because you can't put everything together. Because how you could, like I say, if you can't have a car, because too much CO2, all electric cars, but the planet or the infrastructure can't support all this electric car, so not everyone is going to be able to own one, right? Or you can't get on the plane because again CO2 emissions is too much. Only private planes.
Yeah.
I.e. the elite, because the elite have private planes, but you don't, right? Only elite gonna drive around in the fucking Bugattis and shit, right? Fucking big V12 engine, V16 engines and shit, polluting the earth with that. They don't give a fuck because they can afford it. There's one rule for them and another for you, right? So if they plan on getting rid of all these things, where does that leave you and things you can do and enjoy?
The meat, the food. I mean, the meat,
Yeah,
the beef.
can't eat real meat no more. You gotta eat you gotta eat fucking 3D printed meat or fucking locusts or
It's good for local. The locust is gonna be a lot.
hey, not knocking locusts because you can it's lawful, isn't it? But
Yes,
I don't know if I can live on a diet of locusts still.
at least you're gonna fly it.
You know, I don't know like yet. But you know, long we not have to get that far to find out, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, the good things of this world, the fatness of the earth, because it's been given to Esau. Remember, the earth is given to his hand also, right? He is going to enjoy that solely, right? It's going to be like that movie Elysium where everything's up there is great. Everything's great up there, man, in the space station or whatever, right? But here on Earth, it's fucking destroyed, decayed, and people are just suffering, man. And that's how Esau wants it. He wants all the resources to himself, and what doesn't want you to have nothing. He doesn't want you to enjoy anything. That's how evil he is. He doesn't want you to enjoy nothing, man. Not sex. You don't want to have sex. Too many children. Oh no, you can't have children. You know. Don't enjoy food, don't enjoy holiday, rest. You know, nah, you ain't gonna enjoy none of that stuff. And so you have to put all this shit together to know that Esau is really, like you say, he's trying to enslave you, trying to destroy the people. He's not trying to help you do anything. But because you can't see the bigger picture, you can't put all the pieces of the jigsaw together, you see it for face value that he's trying to do something good for you. He's trying to help, trying to save people. No. He's gonna fucking create a World War III to kill people. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean he's trying to save people? No. He already told you that there's too many people on the planet. The resources are limited.
Yeah, he's the one who developed the nuclear missile.
Yeah.
You know? If
He the one that set the Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah.
It's like,
so if you want to maintain this planet Earth, he would have done it a long time using the man and resources that he have put in what? Using those swordmen and missiles, man. We have used them to what? To better, this Earth, man.
and that's America's most expensive, you know, thing that they spend on. You know, spend their money on. It's fucking warfare.
The weapon.
So you could, if you look at it for what it is, man, this man isn't conducive to peace or you know, prosperity for people. He doesn't care about people.
He's about violence, man.
About violence, about himself, selfishness, right? And even amongst these elites, man, like I say, if life was to carry on beyond that, these elites would have not killing each other, man. They assassinate each other like it was back in Rome. Man, assassinating each other, you know what I mean? To get power, they have to be the only one, like fucking Highlander. There could be only one. That's what Esau would get like.
That's as you said before, man. These people are wicked, you know, and the wicked thing they're gonna do, man. They can't help it. It's in their DNA, man, to do wickedness, to do evil.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna care, man. You know, even if it's their own brother, you know, they're gonna done away with it, man.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah. I just want to finish off Jeremiah 30 here. Verse 17, I think, right? Let me read 16 again. So therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, okay, beginning with Esau, every one of them shall go into captivity, right? And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee. The Lord's going to restore that health unto us, man. You know, have us breathing easy, man. Yeah, rather than short of breath, diabetes and shit. You know, under pain and suffering, man. Yeah. Right, the Lord's going to restore us back to a greater than a form of glory. You know, it says, I will heal thee of thy wounds. Esau's not going to do that. Esau's not going to make nothing right to make your life easier. Oh, you know. He's brought about equality in the workplace, so now Jake can get more jobs and stuff like that. But all you're doing is working some fucking 50-hour, 60-hour job, stressed out, tired all the damn time. Bro, what's he really giving you? He's giving you a means to struggle, to survive, but struggle. That's what he's done. He's not made your life easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Even those experiments that they have done to Israel, man, the jet, the Tuskegee, and different experiment, man. Not only to the so-called Negro, but to the Native America as well. Man.
Yep.
To the point, man, the Native America right now, look at the condition they are, man. They've all been compressed in one place.
They're like forgotten people in their own land, man, and that's sad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they are the original inhabitants of the North America, well, the Americas in general, right? And they've been made to be forgotten about. Like everything that's happened to them doesn't matter anymore. And that's how they would want Jake, the rest of the Israelites to be like, to be forgotten about. All the slavery, they want you to forget about all of that, man. Like it never mattered. Oh, they're just living over here now, or they're just part of our society now, or whatever. But these men have been suffering, man. They're on fucking reservations, man.
Yeah, that's
fucking lamenting.
So, like you say, they even want to. I mean, in one time they say, "What they want to
take out the textbook."
Yeah,
you say that?
Yeah, slavery. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. To take out out of the textbook, man, out of syllabus. So the Israel, the Jakes, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, in the future, they're gonna have no knowledge of because what happened to their forefather, man.
That's it, right? Because all these youngsters that getting born in these times, man, they don't know shit, man. Yeah. Right? They've been brought up in this fucking free world, this liberal world where we accept everybody for everything that they do, love everybody, right? And so they're not set up to dwell upon the past, right? Because the past brings pain, right? And all these kinds of things. We need to concentrate on now because all we want to be is happy, right? And so they don't give a shit about what happened in the past, man. Okay, they only care about now. So, like I said, give it a little while, and it wouldn't be spoke about no more.
Yeah.
That's Esau's idea, because it's the same happened with the Native Americans. It doesn't get spoken about, except for maybe once a year. And that'll be about it. And everyone goes back to sleep again and forget about the evil that Esau did. Columbus Day, and like I said, get spoken about.
Their own people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But after that, because everyone knows what evil they did, but it gets forgotten about straight after after that period of time, it's gone, and they just forget about it again.
Yeah, all the founding fathers of America, they all were
murderers, man,
rapists, man.
Masons and all that shit, man. But yeah, we don't worry about it though,
But they get, to be to be
glorified and
celebrated, man.
Yeah. Statues and all that kind of like days dedicated to them. But these guys are criminals, man. Thieves. Right? So verse 17 again, for I will restore health unto thee and will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast. Right? An outcast is someone that no one wants. You cast them out, right? You're not desired, you don't want them around you. It's like us, no one really wants us around them. When Jake moved into neighborhoods, people move out.
It's true.
And that's what it's like, man. No one really wants us around them. Because we bring down the society around us, man. Because we destroy people, innit? And that's why even these rich Jake, they get money moving to these white neighborhoods and rich white neighborhoods, man. They don't want to be around Jake, even though he's not. Well, he might not necessarily be the same as other Jake. But some of them still fucking are, even though they've got money. But they don't want to be around you, man. You're an outcast of the world. And it's the same when you go to these other nations, man. Elam, Moab, Ammon. They don't want you around them, man. Because they want to be around their own people. It's just a natural thing, end of the day, right? It says, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, who no man seeketh after. Again, no one's looking for us, trying to check for how we're doing. Nobody cares about how we're doing. As far as we can, so we're lost. We're done. No helping us. As far as they're concerned, that's what it is, man. They don't want to help us. Verse 18, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places. And the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small, right? Because the Lord's going to make us a great nation, man. It's going to start with the elect, and the 1/3, right? The whole nation of Israel is going to come back. Right? So one small shall become 1,000. You know, of our children. One should become a strong nation. Right? So we're going to be many, like the multitude the Most High said was going to be. Right? And so we're going to increase even more than what we are now.
It'll be like the sand of the sea, as you have blessed our forefather Abraham, man.
That's right.
No, because he promised, I mean, Abraham, his seed is going to be what? It's going to be multiplied, you know, to compare to the sand of the sea, man.
Mm.
You know, so that's what it's going to be, our people, man, in the kingdom. You know.
Yeah. Their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. Our enemies are going to be punished. As I say, it's not a joke. We're not saying nothing that's not written here. Those that oppress the Israelites are going to be punished, man. They're going to be put into captivity. Right? We're not making it up. You know, we ain't just mad and we just say anything because we're mad. No, we're reading the scriptures, man. And you can deny it all you want, but that doesn't change what's going to happen, man. Right? So, and their nobles shall be of themselves, right? Because right now, our nobles are the elites of this world are Esau.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a certain different man from certain different nations, depending on their status, right? They're the people we answer to, right? We don't answer to our own people. So our nobles are going to be over our own selves, man. They will be given with Yahushua, of course, right? The 12, right? And obviously the elect that are stationed underneath, man. They're going to be the nobles of the kingdom. Right? It says, and their governor shall proceed from the midst of them, our ruler, Yahushua, King David. They're going to be our governors, our rulers. Right? And shall proceed from the midst of them, and will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engage his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. The Lord's always saying this. He's not out here trying to be everybody's power. Right? He's not making a covenant with the whole world to be their power. Even when you read Hebrews 8 and 10, right? He speaks about making a covenant with the house of Judah and the house of Israel, not with the whole earth, with all these different nations. Right? He's going to be their power. Okay? It says, verse 23, behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continual whirlwind. It shall fall with pain, pain upon the head of the wicked. So Esau's got a big fat X on the back of his head, man. Ready to get taken out. Right? The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it. And that's why this place is not going to recover, man. This is on the decline till it's destroyed. Right? And until he have performed the intents of his heart, his will, his mind. Right? This is not about anybody else's will, anybody else's purpose, right? Everything is happening according to the Most High's will. Right? So in the latter days, ye shall consider it. And that is what we're doing. Beginning with, you know, our elders and apostles, the men of the Lord, we're considering these things that he said. Vocab not considering it. He ain't considering people going to go into captivity.
Don't believe this.
That Esau's kingdom is going to go down. He's not considering these things.
It's not in his mind. Don't believe.
Don't believe.
It was not programmed in his mind.
That's right.
You know, but the men of Mosiah, the elect, these things have been programmed. It's been embedded in their mind. You know, from the time past, man, to this now. You know, because this, I mean, even Enoch prophesy about the end, man.
Yep.
No. So all the prophets, man, they were, well, they are into the same mind, man. They want to see the end of this wicked rule, man. You know, the Edenic time, you know. So it's going to be the beginning of our time to rule, man. You know.
I see, and when we see all these signs that are happening in the earth today, you know, pursuant to like the 2nd Ezra chapter 9, hey, we watch for these signs, right? These are signs that the end is coming. The end is here. You know, they're all things that are manifesting, right? So we consider all these things that we see. These people don't consider the same things we consider. They just think, oh, that's a war going on over there. Without no context to why it's happening. You know, but we understand why things are happening and where it all leads to, man. Because the bear is about to come out, man. The bear is about to come out and fuck with America, or vice versa. However it gets set up, they're going to meet in the battlefield, man. Right? And bring around that World War III. Okay? We know Esau is going to bring around his chip. And we're seeing it happen. We're seeing his technology being brought out into public. You know, so we consider all these things that we're seeing, and know, you know, how it all, you know, how it all comes together. You know, but these people don't, like I said, they can't put the jigsaw pieces together. They don't see it. They're blind. They just think these are individual things that are happening that have no, you know, no connection to one another.
It's not affecting us, so we don't need to worry.
Yeah.
You know, especially these Western countries, you know, like England and the rest of European countries, you know, because they never actually go. I mean, they have done. I mean, the war was here, isn't it? World War One, World War Two. They fought the war, but it's been a long time now. You know, they haven't fought the war. They've been in other land, man. This other nation terrorizing this other nation, you know. But soon it's gonna be what? Civil war, you know. It's gonna be World War III, you know. All this is gonna be what? Calamity after calamity, man. Trouble after trouble. To the hand here, our Shah himself is gonna invade this earth, man. You know, to make it, I mean, full hand of this society, man. You know, and that's when we're gonna what? We're gonna have peace, man. We're gonna have what? A time to rest, to enjoy this paradise, man, which we've been promised from the beginning, man.
Because how can we have peace before all our enemies are put down? If our enemies are all more powerful than us and they're all active against us, how can we have peace? Our enemies have to be put down first. And that's what Yahweh Shai is going to come and do. You know?
First Corinthians 15 and 23. Lead, but every 24. Then cometh the hand when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
There we go. There we go. The enemies have to be put underfoot. Not equal. The enemy's not going to put stand next by, side by the Lord. No, they're going to be underfoot, trodden down, put in the dirt underneath. That's what it means, man. Right? Destroyed. And all these kings, all these nobles that exist in these different nations, man, they're not going to be anybody with authority or power in that world. They're going to lose all power, all authority. That's why in Revelation speaks about the Lord having multiple crowns. Yeah. He's taking power and authority away from all these nations, man. And he's going to drive them into the fucking dirt. Right? And the prophecy we're speaking about, captivity, that's what the Lord's going to come and do. Put them in captivity. You know? So we can't have peace until that occurs. Because right now we're in that situation. We're subject to unto our enemies, man. Okay, in the dirt, underfoot. How can you be at peace with that? Jake, do nothing but lament the whole fucking lives, man. You know, because of the pressure, because of the stress of living, of dealing with this world. You know, dealing with the past, having no future. It's maddening. So all Jake do is lament. Right? So how are we ever at rest? How are we ever at peace? You think money is the answer to that? It's not the fucking answer, man. You go ask these rich Jake, man. They'll tell you they on the outside it looks sparkly, man. It looks great, it looks fun. But behind all of that, man, there's shit going on, man. They'd rather not be fucking dealing with, man. It's problems that you don't have. Because you're not in that world with them. But it's not all fucking rosy, man. It's foul. It's disgusting. The shit that they have to do. Things that they go through. Sacrifices. Family, whatever, It's just crazy. So yeah, we can't ever be at peace, man. And the only way to regain peace or have peace restored to us is to reunite with the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. And then He can establish peace for us, man. Because He can establish His kingdom for us, man. Because this is not our kingdom. So you're always going to be a servant in it. Yep.
So book of Revelation 21 and I'm starting from 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
A new reign, a new era. Right? Because this the planet that we're standing on is still going to be here. It's not going to be destroyed. The Lord said the earth abideth forever. Right? The heavens is going to be the same, but everything's going to be renewed because it's the start of something new. Kainos, right? A new heaven, a new earth, it means refreshed, renewed, right? Because we're going to start a new era, a new time, okay, a new eon, new world, okay?
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Right, this era of men, of basically of unrighteousness, man. Because that's what this world's been full of, really.
Identity was.
Because there's not really been we had a short time of righteousness as Israel, but apart from that, it's all been wickedness on the earth, really. There's been a flood, there's been multiple things that have happened, right? But this time when Yahushua comes, he's going to mark a new era, right, where righteousness is flourishing, right? It's going to be the main thing, right? So that's going to mark a whole new thing in the earth, man. Okay. Yep.
There was no more sea, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Most High out of heaven.
Right, and it's not a city that's going to come out of the sky. It's a people, a floating island. It's just going to come down from the sky, like Nineveh going into hell. It's like, well, how's that going to work? How's that happen? No, it's not talking about a place. It's talking about a people, right? Because Jerusalem is the people, the city of peace. Who's the city of peace for? Who's the peace being promised to? The Israelites. Okay, beginning with the elect. Right, and so they're the ones that are going to return with Yahushua down. Okay, we are the beginning of that kingdom. Okay.
And upon coming down here, we're going to come to round up with these people, man. These are the nations that are going to be left behind after the destruction. To put the chain on them and put them straight in captivity, man.
Yep.
As it goes on to say, prepare as the bride adorned for her husband.
Right, and this is what the preparation is right now. What we're doing is preparing ourselves for Yahushua. We are the bride. Israel is the bride. Okay, that's being married or being joined unto Yahushua. And this is how we are adopted back to the family of the Most High, through Yahushua. Because we're coming back into the family by being married unto Yahushua. Right, that's what it's all about. It's not about bringing in heathen into to marry the Lord. Why? The bride that must be without blemish, man. The bride has to be perfect, and right, the heathen are never made perfect. So how could the heathen be a suitable bride to Yahushua? Why would the Most High set him up with the heathens when the Most High chose him a people for that purpose? So all the Most High's got to do is make us clean, to scrub us up,
Yeah, as we say in the book of Revelation, say they are virgin,
Yep.
without guile.
Yeah, but you've had all these heathen idols, man. So you can't be the one that fits this. This has to be Israel, because the Lord is our power, right? And again, beginning with the elect, because we've what's the word, man? We cast away all these things, right? And it comes to understand that the Most High is our God, is our power. Okay, we're the ones being made perfect in His sight, because we're now sacrificing our lives and giving ourselves up to the Heavenly Father to confirm that union, right? So that's who the Lord is pairing us up with, man. Someone that is suitable. You don't want to pair up your son with some fucking hoe. You don't, innit? Right? They have to be worthy of the Son. So what the Lord is doing is purifying us. That's why we go through the hardships and the chastisement, the fiery trials, right? So that we can be good enough to be married to Yahushua, to return unto the Lord. All right?
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain.
Why? Because who was in distress?
Israel.
Israel was in distress. Why? Because they're in the hand of their enemies, as it remains to this day. Right? To this day, it's a continuous quote. It's going to be quoted forever until we're saved.
Yeah.
You know, that's because it stands true. It's true. Right? It's Israel that's in distress. It's the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, those that have been oppressed by the heathen, Esau, the heathen. We're the ones in distress. Right? Esau's not in distress because Esau's living it good, man. And you might point out some fucking poor ass Edomite on the street or something, man. That's not our problem, man. Right? That's Esau is in his fucking heaven right now, and that's how he decides to choose to treat his people. That's up to him.
Yeah.
But as a nation, you're on fucking top, man. So fuck that, man. I couldn't give a damn, right? But these heathens also benefiting, right? Because they're making their deals and that kind of stuff. Their nations are elevated, you know. But we're at the bottom. Like I keep mentioning, we're at the fucking bottom. We're the ones suffering the most out of all people on the planet, right? So it's our distress that's being sorted out. The Lord's gonna wipe away the tears from our eyes, man, because we're in lamentation. We've had so much things done unto us, man. We have the biggest reason to be upset, you know, but no one cares about that. Everyone cares about their own problems, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but Esau did this to us, and no, we don't care, right? But the Lord cares about his people, right? And the Lord's going to give us peace because that's what was promised to us, man. And that's, you can go all the way back to the promise that was given to Jacob. This was always meant for us, man. It was always meant for us, and it's going to finally be fulfilled, man.
Neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
That old time period, the old world has passed away now. Okay, you ain't wicked no more. You ain't gonna have to go through that again.
Yeah.
You know, I've made you perfect.
Yeah.
You've been deemed worthy to be made perfect, right? And so you're gonna be in the kingdom now, and you're gonna rule with forever, for eternity, with Yahweh Shai, in perfection. And your children, they're gonna be perfect. Okay, these wicked ass Israelites that were wicked on this side that had to be destroyed, they're gonna come back perfect. Don't worry about that. They're gonna be made righteous, man, and that's why all Israel shall be saved. You know, because it isn't just the elect. Yeah, we get it right. You know, no winning of the elect. We get it right first time round. We get to walk into the kingdom, right, and be honored for our faith and our works, right. And yeah, when our children are born, those that were destroyed, yeah, they're not gonna have it like we got it, right. But they're gonna be blessed nonetheless, all right. And they're gonna be righteous. We ain't gonna worry about our children and what they're gonna turn out to be like, you know. Because the Lord is gonna, well, they're gonna come from us.
Okay.
And we're gonna be perfect creatures, and so our seed is gonna be perfect also, because we're blessed.
They're going to be programmed, right? Every one of us, first and foremost, to begin with the elect, we are going to be programmed to be perfect, you know?
To be anti-wicked, man, anti-sin. We should be like opposed to it. Nothing's gonna affect us like that, man. We're not gonna be corrupted or tempted or anything like that, man, to do wickedness ever again. You know. It's not going to be like an involuntary reaction, you know. When sin is around, you ain't going to do it, man. He's like, he's going to bring judgment upon that thing straight away, you know, and do it right, man. And this is why we're going to be perfect rulers, because we're going to have to judge righteous judgment, man. And we're not going to be corruptible. Like this system's corrupt. You know, we corrupt anybody, pay them enough money, man, to do kinds of shit, right? We're going to be infallible, meaning we don't get nothing wrong. Because we got the wisdom of the Lord dwelling within us, man. We're going to judge righteous judgment, man, to everything that we've learned, everything that we've been given, all the blessings we've been bestowed with, right? We're going to do everything right. And the world is going to appreciate that in due course, right? They ain't going to appreciate it in the first 1,000 years because they're going to be in pain. But they're going to appreciate it, the results of that in the end. It's the same, it's the same kind of process. Because we've been getting beaten the shit out of this whole fucking time. Only to be made better at the end of it. You he was gonna get punished for 1,000 years, and at the end of it, he could be better. Except for Esau, he gonna be worse off. But it's like a process that righteousness has to be beaten into you, just like he's been beaten into us, you know. And it just shows you, man, discipline is necessary to get it right.
It was a load of iron, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
How it is.
That's right. That's right. You got something there?
Yeah, there's some. It's a book of Isaiah 14 and the And then we start from 18. It says, "What all kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch,
Mhm.
and as the lament of those that are slain thrust through with a sword that goes down, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoer shall never be known."
Right. So they're not going to get to know the benefits of the kingdom, man. Right? Because they're not going to be treated the same. Right? Because Esau's the wicked. His lot is to be destroyed after his judgment. Right? But the heathen, they're going to be restored to their lands, the inheritances the Most High have given them. Right? And they're going to live better lives than what they did in the old world. Under our rulership, under our guidance, they're going to live better lives, man. Okay, and they're going to appreciate all of that, man. But they're going to see what the world is really supposed to be like. The goodness of it. Because evil's not meant to be prevalent in the world like how it is. Good is meant to be prevalent. But good is so fucking small in this place, man. We're surrounded by evil all the damn time. And it ain't meant to be like that. So our job is to make sure it's not like that. That good prevails. That evil, if when it does happen, is very small. Very small, man. And doesn't endure. Because evil just seems to grow and emanate throughout the whole earth and just stays. Right? But when evil goes on, they're supposed to be judged quickly and gotten rid of. Right? And that's our job as judges on the earth. Right? To judge such matters. Right? And to keep the world in balance. That's what we're here for. That's what we're supposed. That was our purpose. Right? Esau's purpose was to be the anti-good, to bring around evil and destruction upon the earth, man, so people can realize how bad things could be, and how it's not necessary, and how you don't want to live that way, because X, Y, and Z, the judgment will come upon you, man.
That's why in the book of Isaiah too, they say, "Well, all these nations, they're gonna come to learn the law, statute, commandment of Most High, man,
Yeah.
out of where? Out of Jacob, because they're gonna see the glory, the what? What they say?
The righteousness, the majesty.
Yeah, the majesty, the righteousness, the shining.
Yeah,
They're gonna come and learn, man, so they can be in a good condition as well to themselves, man.
Yeah, that's right. Is that on that? Yeah. Okay. Let me get this from Isaiah 14:1. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. Right. So that's the Lord's focus, man. His people. To choose them because He wants them. That's why He got jealous, because He wants them. Right. So there has to be an answer, a solution to have them. Right. But to be acceptable to the Lord, because the Lord isn't going to take us how we are, because we're fucking filthy. Right. But there has to be an answer, a solution to obtaining us, man, to have us as His people, because He wants us as His people. Right. And this is what the cleansing of the word, the cleansing of Yahweh Shai's blood and all that kind of stuff. Right. His sacrifice for us is the pathway for that to happen. Right. Because He wants His people that much, man. It's not the Lord. When He said He loved Jacob, He meant it. He really meant it. Right. Because he's putting out all the stops to secure us, man. Not to leave us in the hand of our enemy, not to leave us in idolatry and all this madness that we're into. He wants us out of it, man. But we have to learn something first. This is what we're learning. We're learning where our wicked actions gets us, man, and how beneficial righteousness is and following the commandments are. See, I will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right. So these strangers, these Israelite foreigners, all these different tribes, they're all going to come banded together, man. Right. We're going to be one kingdom, one people, not two separate kingdoms like it was in the past, but one. Okay, united, right? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. Possess who? Possess these nations, man, these heathens. Okay? Because He goes on to say, possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, slaves. No matter what words you want to put on it, slave just sounds like the worst one, right? But a servant is the same thing.
Mm.
And in fact, we're slaves now, working for Esau and his corporations, man. There's different words, man, but it's all essentially the same shit. You know, but people have an adverse reaction to, oh, being called a slave or being called an employee. It's the same. You know, you're serving somebody else for their gain, for their benefit, not for your own. You get paid a wage so you can survive, but they are the ones that are really gaining from your work. So you're a slave. You know, indentured servant, or, you know, all these other different terms, man. Serf. All these things. This is just the same thing, man. Right? So we're not going to be those people no more. We're not going to be the slaves. We're not going to be one serving your interests. You're going to be serving ours in our kingdom. Right? This is and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. So again, a role reversal. Right? Because that's the position that we're in currently. But that's not the position we're supposed to be in. Okay? You nations are meant to be underneath us. That was the blessing that Jacob received. Right? That's what is said in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. And that's what the Most High's intention is, to fulfill that. Right? It says, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Because Yahweh is coming to give us authority and power with the rod of iron. So we're going to rule over our oppressors, those who we've been in captivity under, our enemies, these heathens that claim to love us but don't really love us, man. You know, they want us to care about them, but we don't care. Well, we don't care. You know, just to Jake are fucking crazy, but we ain't gonna care about you, man. Because the truth is, you're an enemy. Enemy to our people, enemy to our nation, enemy to our God.
This other nation, man, behind the closed door, they call us bunch of names, man.
Yeah.
Bunch of, proverbs.
Words of reproach, bywords, yeah.
They've been saying a lot of evilness upon, upon our people, man. You know, against our people, man.
And they might be cool with an individual, like you might know somebody, they're cool with you. They might not call you those things, man. But as he speaks about you, about your people, who say that about them? You know, because how he thinks is that, yeah, you're all generally like that. They might make an exception for one or two people that they know, right? They wouldn't call that to them to their face, or they wouldn't say that to them. But in general, how they think about your people is this, you know, something despised among them, you know.
Yeah, so yeah, man, these people, they don't love you, man. You know, so they've been doing so many wickedness, upon our people. You know, they still doing it, you know. But in front, when they come out, they come smiling, you know. But behind the closed door, man, they always been against you, man.
Mm.
They want to see your hand, you know. They want to see you in that poor condition forever, man. You know, so this table is gonna be reversed, as the brother say. No, they're gonna be put in a rightful order. You know, the whole society is gonna be changed. We're gonna be on top, they're gonna be down, and they're gonna be our servants, you know.
Mm. This is one more verse. This is verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest. Say that rest again, right? That peace from thy sorrow. And like I said, Jake just lives stressful lives, man. Right? And from thy fear and from the hard bondage. Who served hard bondage? Was that not our people? You know, was that not in prophecy? Jeez. That we used to return to Egypt again in ships? Did that not take place on the earth? Was we not putting chains upon us? The yoke of iron. It all happened, man. You can't say it didn't. The evidence is all there. You know, vocab still try to argue, I didn't mean that. You know, but it happened, and it didn't happen any other time, really. Like it happened in his latter days, as it was spoken of. Right? So we went on cargo station in chains, sold to our enemies. That's what the Lord did to his people. We must be the people, right? So and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Because who made us serve it? The Most High. Okay, he gave us into the hand of Esau, who set those chains upon us, man. You know, and dealt treacherously with us, man. Dealt viciously and cruelly, with no mercy, man. Okay. But again, it's like when we speak about these things, it's wrong for us to speak it. Because we're supposed to be caring now. We're meant to not want to harm nobody now. Because, you know, we've forgotten about that. We're all under the bridge now. You want us to care about the fact you're going to be destroyed. Why should we care?
We need to, I mean, to love, isn't it?
Yeah. Like we're meant to say, no, Most High, don't do it. We're not going to do that, man. Because the truth is that you deserve it. You deserve it. Like.
They think that Christian Jesus, man. You know, they want us to follow that the Christian, that Jesus,
yeah,
who say, I mean,
they're false idols.
Yeah.
They're false idols.
Yeah.
It's not our God. It's not our power. Not our Savior.
Our Lord, man, Yahushua, whom you ignorantly call him Jesus Christ, is different.
Yeah.
To what you say.
He's a real man.
Yeah. And he's gonna come for me to avenge his men, his elect, you know, to destroy your civilization, your society, you know, and at the end, he's gonna establish his own rule on this earth.
And that's it. We come in that same spirit, man, because hey, when Yahushua comes, he's not gonna be dissuaded. He's not going to be convinced that he should have mercy. He's not going to do that, man. And so there's no point talking to us about, you know, all this shit because we don't care. You're not going to dissuade us for what the word says, right? You devils deserve it. Everyone knows you deserve it. Of course, you can try and, you know, go and try and wriggle out of it. But the facts remain, man. The word remains. This is what the judgment remains. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah, if you go on, I mean, it's book of Isaiah, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you jump into 20, where prepare sort of for his chief.
21. Yeah.
No, it's the same thing. Yeah. 14. Isaiah 14.
Oh, is it 14?
14 some.
Oh, 21. Yeah, 14 and 21. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. All right. So Isaiah 14 and 21. To prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land. Again, it's going back to what we read in Malachi. The Lord only intends to throw down whatever they build, right? So they're not going to fill the place with cities.
Yeah. And if we must say, you have to forget. How can he forget? I mean, why do you have to say that? Prepare slaughter for his what?
His children.
His children for the iniquity of their fault. So Mosiah never forgot, man.
No.
And they will never forget.
It says, nor fill the face of the world with cities, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant. Because in this world, Esau got himself a name.
Yeah.
You know, he's respected, he's feared and respected in certain degrees, right? In this world, because of what he's been able to do. Technology he's got, the power that he has, the wealth that he has.
The sword, man.
Yeah. Right?
Respected through the sword, man.
You know, he's put himself up to be intelligent and all these things. So he's got all these accolades, man, but they're going to be forgotten. Right? Esau's name as a family line is going to be kind of forgotten among the people after he's, you know, been done away with. So they cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and the son and nephew, saith the Lord. Right? So Esau's not going to be left with no family members left. No seed to produce any more offspring. Right? And that's why Obadiah says what he says, man. None remain of the house of Esau. Right? Zero. That means no one. The Lord's not having mercy on Esau at all, man.
And that's, I mean, as the Bible says, Mosiah say, out of two witnesses, the judgment shall be what? Shall be established. So right now, we already caught them in two prophets, man. You know, who I believe they live in different time, you know, but they all prophesy the same thing. So right. You Esau, you've been deemed to destruction, man.
Condemned.
Yeah, you have been condemned. You have no praise of repentance, as the Bible says also in the book of Hebrew.
And that's got nothing to do with our will. Like we want it. Like it is just a matter of fact. That's what the Most High wants. It's not to do with us, man. We just simply agree. We agree with it. It makes the most sense.
It is perfect.
It's perfect, man. Because you devils have done too much to the world, to us, right? Why would we want someone like that in our kingdom? Why would we want that type of element in our kingdom? When all it brings is anarchy, destruction. Why would we want that? You know, it's the same. Esau would treat it the same way. If he found there's an element, because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get rid of us, right? If he finds an element that's not, they used the word recently, not conducive to his society, right? Not beneficial to the society, harmful, right? Then he would look to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what needs to be done to you. That's what the Most High is going to do to you. Because you have no purpose in this society.
Yeah, look at the condition of this paradise right now, man. Everything is messed up, man. Everything is corrupted, you know. The earth is dying. The people are become weak. To the point that this grown up, these big men, they're trying to change their agendas and stuff like that. So if you allow this person to continue to live, this man Esau, the earth is gonna be no more, man.
Yep.
So as the brother say, if he found any element, he's gonna try to use it, try to what? To destroy it, man. So we're gonna have to. I mean, he's gonna be hindered. Man. That's what it is, and that's the Lord, man.
Yeah. And so we're not gonna, like, the Most High not having mercy. Hawashi's not gonna have mercy. We're not gonna have mercy. You're not gonna make us feel bad for wanting what the Lord wants, right? Because it's not really down. It's not. We have no say in it anyway. The Most High is gonna do what he desires, man, what he pleases.
We obey the will of the Heavenly Father. That's what we do.
That's it. So the Most High say we don't need you. Okay, that's what it is, isn't it? No love lost, man. There's plenty of nations out here, to rule over and to serve us and that. So it's not necessary, man. It's not.
16 nations are gonna be serving us, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be blessed. That's a real lot of people already, man. Even now you think about there's like a billion groups, like a billion Elamites and all that kind of stuff, man. There's plenty, man. Esau, he's infertile anyway. His birth rate is dropping, man. You see, he's getting cut off. You got anything else? We're gonna close up.
Just the book of 2 Ezra 15. I'm start from 7. So therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cries unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
So the just complain about the wickedness, man. Just like the just Lot complained about the wickedness that was going on in Sodom, right? Esau in the kingdom won't get the opportunity to exercise wickedness, to practice it, right? Because one, he's gonna be bound anyway, but after 1,000 years, he's not gonna exist, so he's not gonna have the opportunity to rebel, right? Gog and Magog, gonna join up with Gog and Magog and rebel, and he ain't gonna get a chance to do none of that stuff, man. Maybe if he stayed around, maybe he would try and do that. But the fact is, he ain't gonna be around, right? So he ain't gonna rally the troops. He ain't gonna do shit, right? He's gonna serve his time in hardcore fucking slavery, hardcore labor, and then the Most High is gonna do away with him, man, with the method of his choosing. And we don't know about the fire, burn up, but who knows, right? Most High, I don't know exactly how it's gonna be done, but hey, they're gonna be destroyed. That's the bottom line of it.
I say it's gonna use us, man.
That's it.
He's saying the book of Ezekiel. It's going to use us as a battle axe to done away with this, man.
I say it may be one big bonfire, man. Hey, we might Gehenna, the land's still probably there, isn't it? So we just light that up again and chuck man into hell, into the valley of Gehenna, bro. Chuck him just chuck them in there. Who knows, man? We'll see, innit? We'll see how it works out. But we're not gonna feel sorry about it, we're not gonna feel bad.
As it goes on, so, and therefore, said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Yep. And Egypt represents that bondage, beginning of America. He's not going to suffer us to be there no more, because our time for our chastisement is coming to an end. The innocent righteous blood is talking about the Israelites. Okay, because as far as Most High is concerned, we are His people, and we were made to be a pure and righteous people, right? So even though we've not lived the best lives, right? The Most High had mercy on the remnant of His people that He's deemed to be good enough, right? Who He's not imputing iniquity to, So the Lord's going to deliver them, because really the Lord is doing it for His elect, so they don't continue to suffer in this place, man. Because it's a vexation of spirit. But if you're like a Jake that's just into the world, you're not really you're suffering on a Jake level because of the curses, but on another level, you're thriving in this wickedness. you know, doing harm to yourself and to others, right? So you need to be destroyed because you're not right in the mind, you know. But the righteous that are crying out, the Lord is, you know, He wants to deliver them, you know, He wants to bring them out. If it wasn't for the fact that He already spoke it, like to happen for a certain time, He would have done it by now, you know. But because everything you know has to happen in the time of the Heavenly Father and by His own word, we have to suffer these things until the time comes, man. You know.
And it goes on to say, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
Right. The Most High is going to show His strength. He's going to show that he exists, that He is, right, and to show His great power against America. Right, because the judgment that's going to happen upon it, the fire that is going to come down from heaven, which is going to be these ICBMs, these nuclear missiles and stuff, right? No one is prophesying about that. Only us. Only from the words of the Heavenly Father. That's where it comes from. The words of Yahweh. Right? So when it happens, it's going to happen because of the Most High and His word. So the whole world is going to know that it was just like Egypt, that it was the Most High, the God of Israel, Yahweh, that did these things to the Egyptians or to America, to Esau's kingdom, to the heathen. Right? The Most High is going to be glorified in that day again. Right? And the whole world is going to, this time the whole world is going to get to know the Most High. Right? Because before Egypt and the neighboring city, they heard about what went on. But this, like Brother mentioned earlier, it's going to be televised over the whole earth. Right? And everyone's going to get to know the name of the Father and the Son and their great power, man, and their children, who are the Israelites. And they're going to establish their kingdom. So everyone's going to know. And the Most High is going to be glorified in that day. And His Son's going to be glorified in that day. You know, this is the day that we wait for. You know, but there is no mercy towards the other nations, man, because they've sealed their fates, man. They're there to be judged. All right, including 2/3 of our people that are in America, they're going to be judged. Right? It's just the elect that have been
prepared, man, to be delivered, man, to be received with, I mean, of the Lord, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's escaping me right now. Yeah, predestined. I can't think of the word I was going to use, but yeah, they've been set aside to not receive judgment. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get to. With it. You know, so you know the judgment is going to fall upon everybody else, because that means everybody else is deemed an enemy of the Lord, and i.e. an enemy to us, because I say even 2/3 of our own people are enemies to us. You know, and like I said, our fight is our fight. Right? If it doesn't concern the Heavenly Father and His word, it's not our fight, man. You can go do that fight, man, and waste your time. You know, because it ends in vain. All right, but we know the word of the Lord is prosperous, man. Okay, we know the word of the Lord, like the Lord said, my word that goeth forth, it shall accomplish that which I please. It shall not return unto me void. We believe that, and we see it through the manifestation of the prophecies. You know, so we feel confident and assured of what's going on in the earth and where it's all going to end up. You know.
Yeah, and we are living in exciting times.
Exciting times.
Because everything that have been said in the Bible or been prophesied are coming to pass before our eyes, man.
Yep.
No, we see these things that the Messiah said, man. You know, we see the building up of the World War III. We see the building up of the infrastructure of what? The MOTB, you know, the evilness that's gonna be on the earth. Everything that's been said is gonna come, man. Farming, you know. You see this, I mean, these farmers are protesting.
Yep.
You know. So what is gonna come next, man? They're gonna stop from producing, man. And guess what? It's gonna be what? No food, man. No?
Yep. Anything else, bro? Close up?
Nice.
All right, bro. All right, we're gonna close up then, man. Shalom, shalom. Lord willing, this has been edifying, you know, and Lord willing, you see us again next week. Right, Lord willing. Yeah, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakab, Dash, double honors unto the elders, the apostles, GMS, and shalom out there to the whole full Christian truth and all sincerity, man. Till next time, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.